Febby coming over towards mid. CC&C is going to have to be a little bit more careful. Take a look as over here in the jungle, sort of roaming around, nothing focused on just yet, but now he's heading over mid. That's over towards CC&C. There's the cold feet with the fissure. They don't have vision for him. Now you take a look over at Zai, who's going to try and get close to Febby, maybe get the kill. CC&C right under his nose with Misery over towards the top end of this lane. But CC&C with the Slithering Crush from Zai. I don't know if it's going to be enough just yet. The Riptide hits Febby, getting quite low. One more shot, gets the kill, but they might turn it around. The Sunstrike hits on CC&C, and they continue to force these heroes of OpTic back. Zai very low. Try and get out of the range of this Invoker, out of the range of the Ancient Apparition, and will successfully do so. You take a look over as the Shackles come out onto Farev, but he's shrining up. He's back to about full health, and PPD might be the one who's in trouble. Getting chased out by Farev. Febby hits that fissure. Dubu coming over. Arrow thrown out. Doesn't hit on Dubu. Not going to save the life of PPD, and they will lose this Shadow Shaman. They at least get one in return, and Immortals, the rotation's heavy from Dubu and Febby, at least take out one, although they would have probably liked to get more, especially in CC&C. So now Dubu and Febby coming over again, probably trying to gank CC&C. Anybody have Dust? AP is going to be Febby. Let's see. Smoked up, and Dubu's gonna show himself. Not coming around is Febby. The fissure hits, the Dust is there, the cold feet on top of him, and he will go down to Dubu. But meanwhile, PPD over bottom with the help of Zai and Misery will get the kill onto MP, this Drow Ranger.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There.
Short-sighted of you.
Highcat Erie's level 5, just about level 6. Actually, let's take a look in this jungle. The fissure hits, and that's going to block out both Misery and CC&C. But they're still continuing to come over. The Shrine's going to be popped under the nose of these two heroes. Unbeknownst to them is going to be CC&C. Misery standing by PPD. So they got to be a little bit careful taking that Shrine for the heal. They will be able to successfully retreat, and now still just a 1,000 net worth lead for the side of Immortals. Misery is here with PPD and Zai. I think he get a kill over bottom, maybe set something up with the ensnare with the Shackles, but it's going to be a tough sell, especially if MP actually hasn't taken any in Gust. 7 minutes into this game. It's just a 1,000 net worth lead. There's the ensnare coming out from Misery, but the cold feet with these arrows coming through might put him in a little bit of trouble. PPD has the shackle followed up by the arrow. PPD drops, but now they're going to take out one, at least in Dubu. A nice stun coming in from Febby. Zai getting quite low. MP still hitting away at all these heroes. It's still a 2 for 2. But it is Drow Ranger starting to hit hard on all the heroes of OpTic. Leaping out is going to be Pycat. Let's see if he's able to finally retreat fully. Has that bottle the heal up, but MP getting a couple of kills there. And we take a look at that fight recap. Both the kills go to MP. They lose both their supports, but still beneficial for the side of Immortals. Take a look at this net worth, and early on, MP has the advantage at about 4,000, followed up by Pycat, who's at 3,300, has an Aqua with that bottle. You take a look over mid, it's QO on this Invoker. Right now, Immortals just with a 1,000 net worth lead, but it could shatter at any moment, especially with OpTic now looking for this smoke. They're going to try and come in on Farev. Meanwhile, 3 heroes over top for Immortals to try and go in on the Sardar Zai. Made the rotation. They're coming in pretty deep from the bottom. PPD over with Pycat, and there it is. There's the shackles. And the arrow actually hits a creep, but the ensnare is there to follow it up. Misery gets the kill on Forev, and it's now 5-5.
Structures are fortified.
A little bit of gold going the way of OpTic, and still Immortals with 1,000 net worth. We have 3 heroes looking to push this top tier 1, and that's MP probably securing it enough. Take a look over mid. QO in a lot of trouble. Zai coming around, gets the Slithering Crush with the hits of CC&C. They'll combine for a kill. The Fissure hits for a moment on CC&C, but it's not going to be enough. And now Zai in the trees with the Slithering Crush. They'll get the follow-up kill. And they get 2 under that tier 1 tower. Still dusted up is CC&C. Chasing him down is Forev. Another Shikushi under this tier 1 tower for the return kill, and they'll clean up this Quinks.
A soldier's fortune
Is under attack.
7-6, and it's still about even. 10 minutes into this game, they lose their tower bottom. They'll take a tower top, or really both sides. Both take a safe lane tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, Immortals will take out the mid tier 1, and the pressure's starting to come early with this Drow lineup from Immortals, yet OpTic, they really don't seem to mind it. Jungle right now is Pycat and PPD. Misery nearby, just showing himself, is Forev.
Dire structures are fortified.
Nobody looking to go in on this Weaver just yet. He's very elusive, has his ultimate available to him. And all the while, this top lane is starting to get pushed up quite a bit. You actually take a look over at Zai, who's been found out. The Fissure hits, the Cold Feet's there. He's over by this shrine, hasn't activated it just yet with the... coming out on Febby. They're forced to retreat, and I always forget renaming that ability. Meanwhile, over mid PPD with these wards coming out, they're going to start to take this tier 1 over mid, and they get the kill on QO. Is Forev is probably going to try and make the rotation. I thought they might look to TP in, but these Serpent Wards down, they're not going to try and go in onto the side of OpTic, and they'll take the mid tier 1, and only slightly, but it's starting to become a lead here for OpTic.
Loaded to the gills.
Still top of that net worth, has that Dragonlance, finishing up that Yasha. You take a look at the next tier on the net worth is this Mirana. Still just boots in a bottle, but just about 2,800 gold saved up. Take a look over top. They're trying to land the Fissure, leaps away, still gets hit. He's going to retreat successfully so, despite having Forev, Febby, and MP all over top. Take a look, Zai with the Slithering Crush. Corrosive Haze out, the Cold Feet through, and Dubu not going to survive, misses the Ice Blast. Now he's going to be hit by the Cold Snap of QO trying to run away. I'm not too sure he's going to be able to make it out, but nobody's here in the TP away. Zai going to be able to get through the grasp of QO. Dagger is going to be Zai. That kill is going to help him out. He's only a couple hundred gold away from picking up his Blink Dagger. We take a look over at the Mirana, who went full Yasha, going for the Mantis style next. He's finishing it off now that he has that Yasha, and almost closing in on that Drow Ranger. Despite being down 1,000 net worth, it seems pretty close, and OpTic do have that slight advantage. MP just kind of hitting away at this top tier 2. Nobody coming over from the side of OpTic just yet.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
OpTic, they are trying to push a tier 2 in the safe lane of their own, and it looks like it's just going to be a trade. No rotation from either side. Duo trying to get that Ags first after the Midas. You've got the Medallion coming through on the Weaver.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Coming in from either side. You have Zai slipping in, gets himself a kill on Dubu, but other than that, there really hasn't been a 5-on-5 from either side just yet. Just see which team is really the first to want to fight. They've got a smoke coming out, the Blink Slithering Crush comes through on Dubu. And like it's going to be at least one kill for the side of OpTic. Ice Blast does hit on Zai with the cold feet coming over him. But there's nobody here from Immortals, and OpTic, they'll grab a kill and they'll head into road.
You hide, Rashad.
And like it's going to be an easy roach. They have the ability to take it out with the Serpent Wards, with CCNC and the rest of the team hitting it. Shackles through from PPD, nobody rotating over. But all the while, Forev is pushing this top tier 3. You've got the farm coming up from MP now with that Yasha and Dragon Lance of his own. He's looking for a Hurricane Pike. Over top, Zai might be in a little bit of trouble. The Slithering Crush does hit, but Forev continuing on forward, looking like he's going to get the kill. Shackles just in time with the arrow, and now he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. The Slithering Crush hits PPD with the kill, and just getting away is Zai. Weaver had him in his grasp, ready to get that kill, but just in the nick of time is PPG on that Shadow Shot. Like I said, MP going for the Hurricane Pike next. Still sitting top of that net worth, followed up by the Murano of Pycat, looking for a Manta style of his own. He's got QO is looking for the Axe. He's 1,500 gold away, has the Midas to push that quicker. See how that works out for him. Meanwhile, over bottom, Bebby. Okay, it's going to be an Echo Slam used, and still going to die anyway. One shot comes in from CCNC to clean him up.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Well gotten.
An efficient use of that Echo Slam, of course. 12-6 in favor of OpTic. They've now pulled themselves a pretty comfy 2,000 net worth advantage. Moonlight Shadow comes out. CCNC's going to spot over Forev. Invis thanks that Moonlight Shadow, not spotted out by Forev at all. And no rotations coming in just yet. You take a look over top. They still have this Moonlight Shadow. They might look for the Blink Slithering Crush. It's going to be out on QO. Pycat's here with the arrow and the kill. The Corrosive Haze. Pycat. Get himself a kill on QO. Zai again. Now the Ice Blast does hit. Not going to shatter anybody. But there was an attempt. You take a look over mid, and Immortals are nearby both PPD and CCNC. Rotations are coming through from the Take a look, Gustus through Zai in a lot of trouble, silenced up, killed off, MP gets the kill, but the arrow does hit. You've got the Serpent Wards here from PPD, Hurricane Pike to push him back, but the Serpent Wards have enough damage to get the kill. Dubu might be next, but there's the Ice Blast popping that Aegis. So it's just a 3-for-1 right now. Zai's the only casualty from the side of OpTic. Up again is Pycat. Let's take a look at this fight recap. 3-for-1. At least it was a 2-for-2. There was a third earlier. It was QO up in the top lane. So that engagement alone wasn't a 3-for-1. It was a 2-for-1. But overall, 3-for-1.
Illusion.
15-7 in favor of OpTic. Let's take a look at these items coming out for both sides. Slardar with that Blink Dagger. We've seen it for quite some time. Manta style able to get finished off by Pycat. A look over at CCNC. Finished off that Desolator, and then Misery here with the Radiance getting finished up soon, and then PPD has those Arcane Boots with the Wand ready to go. For the other side of Immortals, you've got the Ags just about finished for QO. MP himself, the Manta not even close to it yet. Just the Yasha with the Hurricane Pike. Still looking to finish off that Manta, then a Butterfly BKB, at least if he keeps the order. For Forev, he's got the Solar Crest, looking for an Ags next. Bebby, Boots, Blink, all you really need, and Dubu, it's got level 6, that's all that matters. Send up over top, Blink, so they're going to crush Zai again with Moonlight Shadow. It's helping them get in really close to these Immortals heroes, and you line that up, so they're in Crush and the Shackles. You'll get the kill. Pycat coming in, he'll get another one. He is now 4-0. That's more gold going the way of OpTic. They're now up 5,000 net worth, and to see if Immortals really have an answer to that. Got 4 heroes smoked up, Serpent Wards placed over top to take this tier 1. Going to glitch it for now, but Zai PPD wait in the jungle. Well, Pycat's showing himself in lane. It's the long wraparound coming from Immortal smoked up. The Fissure's not even going to hit on PPD. The Blink, they do stun him up for now, but the Slithering Crush with the arrow. Looking like Bebby's going to go down. They might lose one for this. It's going to be PPD. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Pycat 5-0 and is on that mega kill streak. (17-8) in favor of OpTic Gaming. Looking quite good despite that early damage advantage that was there for Immortals. OpTic have played around it very well. You take a look over bottom. Caught out and in a little bit of trouble. Echo Slam again, questionable. He gets hit up. Pycat coming in, looking for the kill. One more shot will clean him up. He's now unstoppable. Ice Blast is going to hit. But there's the song to lock in a couple of these heroes. It locks in QO. The arrow is going to hit with the song taken off. CCNC there for the cleanup. They'll get one more in for Rev. It's 3 for Nail in favor of OpTic. And now a 6,000 net worth lead for them as they share the kills. They share the wealth.
Sanaba.
20-8. OpTic looking really good, and as I say that, CCNC with another kill, this time on Dubu. He's 7-2-4, so seemingly it looked like he was a little bit quiet, but he's really starting to make his presence felt, especially with that Desolator now picked up, going for the BKB next. $1,000 net worth advantage could really fall apart at any time. Just seems a little close. Obviously, it's not that close. They're getting killed. 8,000 net worth advantage for OpTic. I've seen worse. I've seen 20,000 leads shatter in a second. Over towards top. There's the Gust. Coming in is going to be Forev and MP to get the kill on CCNC. That's the exact kind of pickoff they need to really start to catch up again over top. Second set of Serpent Wards used to clean up this top tier 1. Take a look. They're going to kill off PPD. Dubu gets the kill. Now another pickoff for the side of Immortals, and this is what they really need to string together, bring their way back into this game. Please, Twitch, let me stay connected.
Illusion.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
QO looking to defend this bottom lane, clean up these creeps. Zai and Pyke setting up for now, but nobody else with them just yet. You're waiting for PPD to respawn. Serpent Wards available in a minute. While OpTic continuing to farm, look for the BKB on this Mirana. CCNC doing the same. But Immortals, they're looking to get more pickoffs and find their way back from this 8,000 net worth deficit. Forward is going to be Forev, the Blink, the Fissure, the Miss. And a bunch of heroes rotate over for this. It was all 5 from the side of Immortals. They don't get anything out of it. Moonlight Shadow's going to be down. I guess that's a consolation prize of some sort. Other than that, that's much space given for Misery, who's finished off this Radiance. Going for the Octarine core next. Nobody's really paying attention to this Naga that's just continuing to farm up. He'll have that Radiance, he'll have that Octarine core, and it's going to end up being trouble for Immortals. Still over here as 5, and coming through, there's the Shukuchi going to show. I think Zai caught a glimpse of that. He comes over towards the high ground. Again, just Shukuchiing around, checking over towards Roche, and not just yet. Rev to spot PPD with the help of Kyo. They'll get the kill. The ensnare is out. You take a look on the back end of this. Kyo's going to be cleaned up thanks to CCNC, and they're still looking to chase. Baby getting run down by Zai with Corrosive Haze and the Swithering Crush. The Gust comes in. MP trying to save the day, but CCNC already with that double kill. MP continues to hit away at Zai. He's looking like he's going to fall. The Manta style to try and keep MP alive. They don't end up getting Zai. Zai going to look to get that blink with the Swithering Crush. Lands it, and now CCNC trying to close the distance with the Corrosive Haze. Avoids the Gust, and now 4 steps forward, but not going to get into range to get that kill. It's actually Zai cleaned up by MP. Take a look at that fight recap. 4 die on the side of Immortals. It was a pretty stretched out fight. They lose PPD, they end up losing Zai at the end of it, but picking up a couple of kills is CCNC with that double kill, now 9, 3, and 4. You take a look over at Pycat, still sitting there, 6, 0, and 7.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Immortals now down 11,000 net worth. Again, really trying to find themselves back into this game, and it's really troubling to them when they're behind so much and can't come out too far to farm up. Trying to be aggressive, they're trying to use the smoke. They do grab a kill, but they lose 4 in retaliation to that. They'll grab PPD, and then all of a sudden, they lose 4 in the fight that comes following.
A soldier's fortune.
Start making better decisions. Of course, the aggression has to kind of be there. They don't want to fall too far behind, and they are already 11,000 net worth behind, but they can't just let OpTic take control of the entire map and continue to farm it. And for F sitting in this Roche pit, I think they're looking over towards Roche, and that's what they want to accomplish here, but OpTic coming over, smoking out, Zai looking for a kill, Blank Slither and Crush do way more than dead. Hexed up and actually surviving for now. They don't finish him off. The Gust out on 2. The Echo Storm's going to hit on Zai. Sun strikes through and they'll get the kill. The Ice Blast hits on 2. They'll lose, baby. So right now it's a 1-for-1. The Meteor dropped on top of Pycat, but there's the Song. Dubu dropping out thanks to the help of Pycat, who's got a double kill. Arrow set up with the Song. It'll hit. QO in a lot of trouble. He'll fall. Pycat with the triple kill. They look for more. They'll get another one. Ultra kill for Pycat, and it is looking great for the side of OpTic. 29-13, OpTic doing a very good job there. Pycat with the double damage, cleaning up these heroes on Immortals, and here comes the push. The glyph there to really stretch the time they've got left. They have buyback on QO, they have MP alive. It's going to be a tough hold if OpTic choose to continue to go in. I think from here they might want to go into Roche and pick up this Aegis. CCNC heads over and actually not going to go into the Roche pit. They don't check it at all. Continuing to farm up, look for those next couple items. Octarine finished off on Misery. For that Diffusal Blade. Mana with the BKB. Next, take a look at it. CCNC, Desolator, 4 staff, BKB almost saved up for. OpTic, knowing they have the time to get these next items and push whenever they feel it really ready for themselves. Are setting up towards this Roche pit, not sending any illusions in yet. I'm pretty sure they have an eye on the fact that Roche is up, but meanwhile, Immortals were looking like they were going to set up for a smoke, but here comes a Naga illusion, maybe nip that plan in the butt. You've been spotted out, grouping up as 5. You can't really go in. OpTic already taking this Roche with the help of Serpent Wards. Pycat and CC&C are in there, and a nicely done song by Misery that locks in Forev. Maybe they can get the arrow to follow this up. They will. The Ice Blast comes in, but that's going to be a little bit too late. The BKB pop by Pycat. He'll clean up 1, and he's already got it. If you take a look, Zai gets that Southern Crush coming in on Febby, but it's not going to be enough just yet. Pycat continuing to go in with the BKB. Needs one more shot on Febby. Cleans him up. It's a double kill. Dubu trying to TP away. Triple kill for Pycat, and nothing obtained from the side of Immortals as OpTic clean up this side of Immortals except for MP and QO. Actually, CC&C over bottom continues on forward. Gets QO as I take a look as they're going on to the high ground for Misery. QPD and Pycat OpTic take this tier 3, and nobody has a buyback on the side of Immortals.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks have fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Arrow thrown out, not going to hit on Dubu at all. They take that mid tier 3 as well as the racks. They're looking towards bottom. Nothing in their face just yet, and I'm pretty sure they're ready to take a fight if it does come. He's going to be invis thanks to the smoke. He's got the Echo Slam available. That would be what they need to really turn this fight around. Beats there. They take a look over at Pycat, but not going to blink in. There's the Mjolnir finished off for this Mirana, as well as the set of racks over bottom for the side of Immortals. They're down to 1 set over time.
Tower is under attack.
He gets the kill on Zai, but now he has to fight Pycat leaping on forward. The Corrosive Haze is out. Another leap on forward. MP looking like he's going to drop. Misery's here, and there it is. They'll trade that, of course, for Zai's life. They'll kill off this trap.
Yes.
Trying to run himself out, and he's with the fissure, but on the opposite side is CC&C going to force it to staff himself away. Me and QO going to be able to get that kill, and it's pickups like that that they need, but already at 26,000 net worth behind, it's really not going to be too easy for him. Being chased out by this Radiance illusion of Naga. Escaping is QO all the way back to base. Top 3 in net worth right now are Pycat, Misery, and CC&C. They're going to be setting up. They do have Moonlight Shadow available if they look to make an aggressive move on Immortals.
A soldier's fortune.
Is under attack.
Take a look, and Immortals, they're just stuck in their base trying to farm as much as they can. Stuck on the high ground by these stairs, not really coming too far out. The only one who ventured out was MP. He was already all the way over top, and he ends up paying for it. He gets the kill on Zai, but other than that, it just doesn't work out for him. And the one time or the 2 times they really try to get out of their base, it ends up, you know, they pay a huge price for it, and they're going to lose this tier 2 over top. They are postured up. Maybe going to TP all the way back, thinking about going in, but there's just no way you take that fight and look towards victory. And you try to hold the high ground here while Pycat takes your base. He's got the Aegis. Hope he comes through. They're going to get the Gust to follow it up. The Gust is going to put him on the other side of the fissure, and he'll be able to escape. And that's actually BKB pop by Pycat. Going to have it coming into this high ground siege over towards top, and OpTic are going to retreat a bit. Take this top shrine, and OpTic look to retreat, reset, and go in again, and that's exactly what they're setting up to do with Misery. The arrow not going to hit. It's actually going to be dodged with the Manta used by MP. Let's see if they can get any kills coming in. The Moonlight Shadow is there as well as the Gust onto Misery, but nobody cleaned up by the side of Immortals just yet. 34 to 14, 20 kills ahead is OpTic, as well as almost 30,000 net worth lead. Immortals, they're running out of options trying to defend this last set of racks. Again, this is what they've come down to, is just defending over towards the high ground.
Loaded to the gills.
OpTic are okay with that as they wait for BKB to be back up on this Mirana, and at the same time it's up, they're going to lose that Aegis, so now no Aegis, no second life for this Mirana. OpTic engaged once again. And OpTic just continuing to push and looking to come in again on this last set of racks, this last tier 3. Immortals just kind of waiting for it. There's really nothing they can do but wait for the side of OpTic to come in. And the only way they're going to win this game is if they take a team fight. And that's only going to come when OpTic say it's going to come, and that's when, you know, when they push these creeps in towards that high ground. Gotta find the perfect Echo Slam, the perfect Ice Blast, but it's very tough. Octarine Core with Song, they have it every minute. With the Moonlight Shadow, they have that second life. Now they just have Cheese, and they're going to lead with the Song, and that's what's happening. Song is there. It's going to be on to MP. They've got the Serpent Wards. The arrow's going to hit. Not going to be able to man-style that off. BKB going to be caught by both CC and C. ICAT, they hope to get the kill. Juju is already going to drop. Coming in is going to be CC and C. They're chasing down QO. He's going to try and get to these tier 4s, and he's in between them, but might drop anyway. The cold snap's going to be thrown out with Forev continuing to go in. They're going to try and chase down this Mirana. He's going to get laid out just about, but not going to get that kill, as there's the Moonlight Shadow with the Manta. They don't have the Swarm on him anymore. The rest of these heroes are going down for the side of Immortals. OpTic continue to go in. There's no way to kill anybody for the side of Immortals, and Echo Slam on absolutely nothing, and GG is called. OpTic at game 1, and 12,000 frames have been lost. So game 1 in favor of OpTic. 36-14, 33,000.
Seems to follow like a shadow, dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do.
rose with you. Can't remember the last time I went without you. Where do I go? Where do I go? How will I know? How will I know? I used to walk these roads with you. Can't remember the last time I went without you. Where do I go? Where do I go from here? Where do I go? Where do I go from here?
10 seconds remaining. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team, ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
All right, game 2. Or should I say 90% of game 2, because 10% of these frames will be dropped. My words. And, you know, they're going to be true eventually. And let's take a look at the group of heroes we have this time around. Tiny, Sword Art, Clockwork Band, Omni Knight, CK, Undying, Timbersaw, Abaddon, Underlord, Anti-Mage banned out, Shadow Fiend, Phantom Lancer, Clinks, Gyrocopter, Nyx, Naga, both banned out, Slark, Troll, Puck, Lion, Shadow Shaman, Dazzle, Nature's Prophet, Ancient Apparition, Silencer, Disruptor, Visage. So Clockwork banned out with the Naga, Anti-Mage, Nyx, and Undying.
10 seconds
Banned out
remaining.
for OpTic. See what the last ban is here for Immortals. Now this game is brought to you by Drop Frames and Alt-Tabbing. Things I only 50% do, and that would involve frame drop. But here we go. Puck first pick for OpTic, and here comes the Omni Knight for Immortals, and a second quick pick of Lion. So, are we going to see... Is Offlane Omni Knight still a thing? Go to my co-caster real quick. Is Offlane Omni Knight still a thing? I think it might be, Ben. It could be. I'll have to see if it is. And if that's what they're going to go with, unless they want to go with 4-position Omni Knight, 5-position Lion, or 2 supports. Who knows? Let's see. It's Captain's Draft. It's Game 2 between Immortals and OpTic. Captain's Draft 4.0. It's a minor, guys. Just remember, it is a minor. Let's see what OpTic Gaming want to go with next. And Puck, one of those heroes that it really keeps the draft idea very open. Puck could go in the mid lane, can go in the off lane, and, you know, Immortals won't have any idea. Puck as an offlaner is pretty good. Puck as a mid laner is pretty good as well, and they're going to pick up the Dazzle. So, Dazzle Puck so far for OpTic. They get another pick. let's see what they want to go with next. So let's say just for hypothetical sake, Dazzle position 5 and Puck. Let's go with Offlane for now. And let's take a look. I mean, they have Clinks available again to give CCNC. They'll pick up the Chaos Knight, Dazzle, and Puck, and right away that's you know, nice slow, nice lockdown. Chaos Bolt, you get 4 seconds. I mean, anybody's more than dead, especially once you have that armlet for the CK.
10 seconds remaining.
And you know, Dazzle with the Shallow Grave save at times is very nice and can, you know, help out a CK with the armlet toggling, or help out a Puck to get out with one more phase shift, with one more illusory orb, just to, you know, jaunt over to that. And I like this combination that OpTic Gaming have so far. You take a look, Immortals, Lion, Omni Knight, and now the Underlord. Interesting pick coming out. The Uber driver is here, and that almost more than certainly confirms that the Omni Knight is 4 position. Of course, you know, the only thing that I really have a problem with in this, at least, is, you know, you see heroes in the 4 position, like a, you know, a Night Stalker, an Earthshaker, heroes that can really move around the map a lot, and I guess Lion and Omni Knight could do that together, and it usually is that 4-5 that move around together. We saw it last game, we saw it with the Ancient Apparition, we saw it with the Earthshaker, but I don't know if the combination of Omni Knight and Lion is going to be enough. Obviously, you can get that stun in there, Purify, the hero going in, or the core going in on that. I'll look for an easy kill with the repel, so we'll have to see if Immortals play it that way, if they want to rotate constantly with both Lion and Omni Knight. Let's see what they want to go with. They have a 4th pick coming out. They still need a mid, they still need a safe laner. In terms of mids, you got Clinks available for you. I mean, maybe Tiny goes there. Could throw a Timber Saw there. Shadow Fiend available. Phantom Lancer could go there. Let's see what Immortals want to do in terms of a mid laner, or even just pick up a safe laner at this point. For the side of OpTic, Puck could go off lane, Puck could go mid. We'll definitely have to see where they want to put that, if that's going to be CCNC's hero. I've seen him play Puck before, but he could go back to that Clinks. In terms of offlaners, you could go with a bad end.
Silencer.
Silencer for Immortal. So that looks like Core Silencer is coming out for the side of Immortals. Silencer, Underlord, Lion, Omni Knight, and I kind of like it. Hex, Stun, Silence, all there for him. Pin Malice is out there for Underlord. You line that up with a Stun, always nice. To see how Immortals really want to go about this last pick for them, as I do believe it will be a safe laner next. We'll have to see as there's the Clinks again for OpTic. That's what I was talking. Clinks again. I think that sets up Clinks mid, Chaos Knight safe lane, Puck off lane. And they'll be looking for a 4 position. Wouldn't be surprised if they went Disruptor or Shadow Shaman. Either of those heroes paired up with the Dazzle. Not going to be too bad, in my opinion. Even the Ancient Apparition, you know, maybe you want a little bit more lockdown in, let's say, a Shadow Shaman with the Shackles. You could go with the Disruptor, with the Kinetic Field, with the Glimpse. All enough to help lock down these heroes on Immortals, where OpTic can start to hit away with the Clinks, with the Chaos Knight, and even Puck with the Dream Coil. Follows it up, Stack Storm. And that's huge damage coming out on top of Immortals. So, got this last pick coming in for themselves, and we'll see if they do go with something let's say, like that Shadow Shaman. I like Shadow Shaman and Disruptor. That's going to be my 2 picks. Obviously, it's a smaller pool, and it's easier to maybe guess something right. Did call the Clinks, and now Disruptor, possibly? No, Tiny. Okay. Okay. So is this a 4-position Tiny coming out? And why should I be scared of it? So Tiny, Clinks, Chaos Knight, Dazzle, and Puck, and the last pick, Phantom Lancer. So Phantom Lancer, Silencer, Underlord, Lion, Omni Knight, QO actually on that Omni Knight, MP on the Phantom Lancer, Febby on the Lion. That leaves Dubu for the Silencer. So that's an off-lane Underlord, a position 5 Silencer, 4 on Febby, or 4 or 5, it really, at that point, doesn't matter. QO is possibly safe lane with that Omni Knight. MP mid, and maybe Forev and QO swap lane. So then it's actually, ooh, wow, Clinks is going to be on, played by Pycat. I said that CCNC does play Puck as well, and he's going to be on the Puck. So mid Puck, safe lane Clinks, off lane Chaos Knight, 4-position Tiny, PPD on 5-position Dazzle. No alt tabbing to switch the scene. Just keybinds for me. Do what everybody thinks. In terms of draft, I kind of like Immortals here. We'll have to see how this 4-position Tiny works out. He's got Avalanche and Toss, which is going to be nice. See how the tree throwing and the tree hitting goes for Zai as well. And we'll see if it's just how he plays the slot or Blink, Avalanche, Toss. The team comes in. We go. Last hits denies. All up for you. Let's take a look. We'll go around the horn again. Puck, CK, Tiny, Dazzle, finally. Clinks. We took a look at the other side for Immortals while we're down to 0 frames coming out from my OBS. Febby on the Lion. You take a look. Forev on the Underlord. MP is on the Phantom Lancer. Dubu on Omni Knight. 3 heroes are coming in from both sides towards this bottom lane. I have to see really who has the advantage here, especially I feel like if there could be 2 stuns from the side of OpTic. Chaos Bolt with the Avalanche, maybe they get a kill, especially on a weaker target, and weaker target would be Dubu on this Silencer, so he's got to be very careful right now. If he was just spotted, and they're going to actually try and get the toss back into the CK, not skilling up anything just. Is it off lane? You know what? Is it off lane, Zai? No, it's off. CC2 and 3 on the CK. What?
The battle begins.
Should we take a look over top? Pycat here with PPD. See if they can get this kill. The stun actually hits on both of them, but coming around the back is going to be Misery looking to clean up Febby for that first blood. He goes around the trees trying to juke Forev's there with the body blocks, but PPD with first blood. In reality, Rift's pulling Forev even more. You get quite a bit of damage out on him, and PPD, Misery, and Pygat then combine for first blood. So Tick again with first blood. You take a look over mid. They might want to go in on CC&C with Dubu here. Just going to continue to harass him. Have hit the 20,000 frames lost mark is a new record for me. The most I've ever lost for is like 1,000. Dubu and MP just trying to harass out. This is a position for Misery CK offlane Tiny. I just kind of forget that Zai's in that offlane when Misery had such a great game last with that Naga. You take a look, Dubu might be in a little bit of trouble with Misery coming over, but he's not level 2. Only has Reality Rift with CCNC's Illusory Orb phase shift, so not gonna be really enough damage there for the side of OpTic to get that kill just yet, and going away is gonna be the CK.
Here I am.
Take a look over. Febby in a lot of trouble. There's the reality rift. One more shot comes in from Misery. Maybe it's this reason that I forget that Misery is roaming. Because he's so goddamn effective at moving around the map. And, you know, making these kills happen. I think my next move is downloading more RAM at downloadmoreram.com. We'll have to see. That'll help. Of course, that's the answer I've been told. Thanks to
Money changes hands.
We'll go for bottom. There's the toss on Akio. Nicely placed body blocks, but Zai's still in a bit of trouble. Uses that clarity, trying to get enough mana. Has enough for that toss. See what he wants to go for. He might be trying to save up for this avalanche. QO now under the tower. No rotations coming in just yet. No TPs through. And it's actually just going to be the clarity. Nobody coming in. He'll be able to get enough mana coming in next, probably for that toss, as well as the avalanche. CCNC having not that great of a time, all things considered over here, but Arcane Curse with the Reality Rift and the Chaos Bolt, they combine for a kill. Misery again is involved. He's 2-on-1, has been involved in 100% of the kills that OpTic have had, and I said it, and I'm going to repeat myself a lot on this fact that Misery is just roaming around the map so much and making such a presence felt that you kind of forget that he's your roamer. There's the toss with the avalanche. Q in a bit of trouble. I don't think he knows that Misery's coming over, looking for that reality rift with the Chaos Bolt next. No, not yet for Misery. And there it is with the toss. They'll get the kill. Now Misery involved in all 4 kills, 2-0, or 3-0 in. I don't think Misery cares. Oh, on this roaming CK, I'm supposed to get less farm than everybody. I'm not supposed to do as much. Blah, blah, blah. I have all impact in all 4 kills. I just... You take a look, CCNC is continuing to get harassed out by Duvu and MP. And try and head towards this top rune, and at 4 minutes it's going to be top for this haste. Auto filled up for Phantom Lancer, and that might just be what CCNC is going to try to avoid as he might go down. You look towards the illusory orb, and it's that trickery that Puck has to get away, but at the waning rift, MP doesn't really care. The silence wears off, and he's got the spirit lines to get the kill. The CCNC run down and dead, and it's the first kill for Immortals. And there's a pause. So 22,000 frames have been lost. 16 gigs of dedicated WAM, not enough to really stream well, I guess. Specs are not enough. I don't know. Probably not a thing about the specs. It's probably more on the internet service, which is 75 up, 75 down, but that's I don't know. I guess. Today's just not my day. So 4-1 this early on. You take a look. Ooh, actually, Rev has to get all the way back over top. Pycat having an easy time. Top of the CS chart 5 minutes in, and making it look all right in terms of, you know, getting this advantage. This 1,000 net worth. We can take a look over bottom. Zai hit pretty hard. The purification of QO, but they again have enough to lock him down with the Reality Rift and the Chaos Bolt with an avalanche and a toss, and that's exactly what they're going for. Avalanche toss. QO gonna retreat back, has purification up and ready. See if he's able to survive the onslaught that's going to be coming his way. The outward out on Misery. There's purification to lead it off. Is he going to be able to use that? Repel has it. Starts to hit away at Misery. There's the Reality Rift. No Chaos Bolt because of the repel. It's about to run out, and he has to be very careful. Zai's there, ready to go again with a possible avalanche toss, and all that's happening over bottom. Dubu's going to kill CCNC, and this is still a dual lane over mid. They now have 2 kills on this puck. Mercy coming over, and Arcane Rune picked up by CCNC. MP, no more charges left in this bottle. So let's see if he's able to survive. Febby coming over, Arcane Curse. Stun's going to be avoided thanks to the phase shift, but now he's silenced up, hexed up. Almost going to go down, but a nicely placed shallow grave thanks to PPD. In comes Misery. He says, hear me roar. I am the CK. I am the might. One more shot will do it, and there it is to get the kill. Stun comes out on the PPD. They turn their attention towards Febby. Misery is here. Meanwhile, Dulu dies to Zai. And OpTic, it's 3 for no trade and a double kill for Misery. Very well done from OpTic, 7-2. You take a look at that fight recap, 3 for 0. Misery getting all that gold. He's now 5-0-1. Zai coming in, there's the Avalanche, gonna toss him back under tower. He's got the Repel, but he doesn't have any more mana. He's gonna be able to make it out. Repel is gonna last the duration of that TP, and he is gone. Seven to 2 in favor of OpTic, and things looking good for them. Despite all these kills, they're only up 1,000 net worth, and that's due to, and thanks to the farm of Underlord, to the farm of Omni-Knight and Phantom Lancer. You know, they're not leading the net worth by any means. It's led by the Clinks of Pycat and Zai. They're only up by a little bit, and, you know, Phantom Lancer with a little bit of farm, Omni-Knight doing okay, as well as this Underlord. And they're going for Midas, so Omni-Knight looking towards that mid to late game. You take a look at the Underlord. He's got himself, I think, Guardian Greaves first. This one's been quite nice, especially up over top against this Clinks. And Misery just over top, just about level 6. Hasn't taken that 5th skill yet. Just about, I mean, 25% of the way there. 6 either is CCNC. Got Dulu here, level 5, MP level 6. So their leveling's been quite nice, and now PPD starting to come on over. Let's actually take a look. Net worth 1,000 and speed about even. Over towards top, Reality Rift comes through. Bit of Malice, but Chaos Bolt for 2 seconds. Pycat hitting away with PPD. Should be another kill for OpTic. There it is. And the Clinks cleans up for Rev. Eight to 2, and kills looking very nice for OpTic. Pushing that advantage more and more, pushing that aggression, really making it worth it. And Underlord getting caught out this time by 3 heroes who are able to make the rotation, really thanks to Misery and the fact that he's moved around so much and disrupted these lanes. Smoke comes out, Febby and Dulu coming around over by CCNC. He doesn't have that Uzuri for another second. The Hex, as well as the Arcane Curse. The stun follows it up. Dulu with the kill, with the last word placed on top. There was no way he was getting out. And it's now 8 to 3. Another kill. CCNC, all 3 of those deaths. Avalanche thrown on top of this Omni-Knight. Chaos Bolt while he's tossed in the air. And they get another one. This time it's Misery again on QO. So 9 to 3 in favor of OpTic. There's Misery again. Pressuring so much onto the side of Immortals. They really don't have much of an answer for it. I guess their only response so far is killing off CCNC every single time. But will find his farm. If enough space is made, especially by Zai, especially by Pycat, there will come a time where CCNC, despite being down, is going to find enough farm to get a couple of kills. You take a look over at the Avalanche. The toss on to MP. CCNC is here, and just like I said, there's his first kill of the game. Now 1-3-2. They'll clean up this Phantom Lancer, and they're going to look to push with the Phantasm and help of Misery. You take a look over top. PPD by himself. Debbie, Dulu, and Fred are all here, but there's the TP to the tier 2 for Dude. Take a look over towards top, repelled up his QO, but that's not going to help you. You're tossed right back into the hands of Pycat. Let's see if they're able to get this kill. The purification is there. That'll bring Pycat down to about half health. They don't want to continue to go in on this Omni Knight, and for good reason. He's actually quite strong at level 9.
Radiant's middle tower is under
That
attack.
Midas finished up, and actually Pycat, noticing that QO doesn't have a lot of mana, to move on forward with Zai waiting in the wing, already with this Blink Dagger. Got the Blink available now, and it opens up the aggression even more. They've got that initiation with the Blink Avalanche toss. I mean, you could Chaos Bolt somebody while they're in the air.
Dire's middle tower is under
Here's
attack.
Zai showing himself. They're looking to get out of town, but there it is. Avalanche toss, you're already dead. Doesn't matter. Get a Malice, and just in time. See that ult, that Dark Rift to get out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's 11 kills to 3 in favor of OpTic. Again, Zai now starting to show his strength. Everybody's saying that Tiny is dead. You're being proven quite wrong right now by this showing up from Zai. And as I say that, he looks like he's going to be caught out. Here it is. Immediately hit with that caster. Ferris's Dubu gets the kill on Zai. And now CCNC doesn't have to feel bad. He's not all the kills on his team anymore, which is good. It's a crappy feeling. 12.5 minutes in. Zai had that blink minutes ago. About a 9-minute blink for him. Very speedy. Top of the net worth is Pycat, who's had an easy time. I think he's got full Desolator already coming over, looking for that Dragon Lance next. And they're trying to set up on him. He doesn't have enough mana to really get away. He does have that Soul Ring, so at any moment he could pop it and Skeleton walk out. And the Desolator is finally finished off, but so is their Tier 1 top. The Malice comes through, but here comes the all-powerful Zai, and cleaned up right away from that Blink, Avalanche, and Toss is Febby. They look to go in on this Blinks, but not today, says Zai. So still settling over bottom, trying to grab this Tier 1, farming up even more. They got the kill on to that Lion. They're starting to lose this Tier 2 over top. It takes about 25% health damage so far. And OpTic, Zai, and PPD still looking for this bottom Tier 1. It's going to be an Omni Knight Radiance. There's the Midas. Going to be pushing for a Radiance. Going to be an interesting build coming out here from the Omni Knight. MP, let's take a look at what he's got. Aqua, Quelling Blade, and Wand Boots. Nothing too crazy, and Dark Rift actually coming from Underworld all the way over top. So they are looking to possibly set up on CCNC. They've got Kuo here with Dubu. Let's see, they have Global Silence available, but nobody following this up. So CCNC okay, now picks up those power treads, looking for his Blink Dagger next. Heroes on the side of Immortals setting up over top. CCNC, the only one there from OpTic. Meanwhile, over bottom, Pycat's here with Misery as well as PPD. Radiant Courier going to go down, I think thanks to Zai. The area. Neither team really set up in the same spot. You've got 4 heroes coming over bottom for OpTic, 4 heroes on top for Immortals. There's going to be the Hex on CCNC as well as the Arcane Curse. They're looking for the kill, and it will be easy thanks to the Finger of Death from Febby. Firestorm placed on top of him. You have the Hex. No way that CCNC's getting away from that one. And now they've got all these heroes here from Immortals to try and take this top tier 2, and they lose their bottom tier 2 while trying to take it. It's still up for OpTic. We'll see if they rotate in, and the answer is going to be no. They're going to let their tower drop, so they trade tier 2s.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
12-5, still just a 1,000 net worth lead. Anybody's game at this point. Around the board, QO first talent was 90 gold a minute, so that's going to help him with the Midas, with the 90 gold a minute. He'll be rushing towards that Radiance pretty quickly. Take a look at MP. First talent was 20 attack speed. The Underlord, he took 18 Firestorm wave damage. That's it.
Haste.
For the other side, OpTic, ooh, seen a little bit of trouble. Again, there's the Hex with the stun. Febby coming in with QO. They slowed him up, and CCNC just trying to get out. Does not have the ability to wait anymore to silence him up, but still alive. And meanwhile, Misery, kill over bottom. That's going to be onto Forev. They're still posturing up over top. There's the Dream Coil. They're trying to get away, but there's the toss. It's on a couple of these heroes, or lands on top of MP. It's on QO. Now the chase is on from Immortals, but I'm not too certain they want to continue to chase. The Global Silence is out with the stun coming through. They've got the kill on Febby. They'll clean up CCNC. They'll look for more PvP, but here comes Misery with the Chaos Bolt. 3 seconds onto this Omni Knight, and he'll be killed off 5 PPD. Now MP trying to find a kill, but he's surrounded by 3 of these heroes, Misery, Zai, and PPD. They haven't found out which one's the real one just yet. There's the Shallow Grave to keep him alive. The Avalanche isn't going to hit, so they might be able to clean him up. Even still, PPD tries to run away. MP gets the kill, or actually Dulu does with the help of MP. Now Misery might be the next one. You've got MP here just hitting away at this Chaos Knight in a little bit of trouble. Dulu, he's trying to get away. Now hit by the Reality Rip to Misery. One more shot will get the kill. The Spirit Lance finishes off Misery. Zai coming in with the Avalanche, and now able to walk himself away is going to be MP with the help of Underlord, who's actually TPing in. They got the Dark Rip coming up top with CC and C TP to the Shrine, trying to come in to help his teammate out. MP out of mana, out of health, trying to run away. Here comes Zai. The Guardian Greaves keep him alive for a little bit longer, and that's going to be enough mana for him to run away. He's still trying to get himself out. The TP is there, and there's no stun to stop this. So after all that, MP gets away safely. That is one ballsy Phantom Lancer. OpTic Gaming just not able to kill off this Phantom Lancer. They're just attacking these illusions, and they never found the real one. He even had him down to no mana, no health, or just about no mana, no health. No mana and health would mean he was dead. But coming in was Forev with the save, with the Dark Rift. It was actually just Arcane Boots and Neck, so it was not those Guardian Boots. Call out from me.
Get back.
16-8, but again, despite the doubling of kills, that Spy Cat and Zai just running the kill. Despite now 2.07 or whatever kills per the one of Immortals. Only up about 2,000 net worth. Oh boy, that's a lion. That's a dead one. Zai gonna get that kill, but now he might be in a little bit of trouble. The last word comes out, as well as the Arcane Curse. He's gonna try and use that Shadow Amulet to try and get away, and there's the Spirit Lance. They're still continuing to chase. Dulu coming over, but with CCNC and as well as PPD, they might look to get a return kill of some sort. CCNC is here. He gets the Dream Coil out on Dulu, trying to run away, but Pycat is here. The Global Silence is out, and they haven't gotten this kill just yet. The Pin of Malice is going to lock in these two heroes. CCNC and Pycat are going to try and get away. Now that they've killed off Dulu, they'll retreat, and nobody coming in, as there's only 2 alive for the side of Immortals. They don't have the Silencer Lion or Omni Knight to make the chase. Here's the Shrine up from OpTic. 19-8 with that little engagement there. They're now up 3,000 net worth.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Battle Fury finished off for this CK. Misery gonna start farming up more and more, and he's not sitting too low on that net worth. He's gonna start morphing into a core if he really doesn't seem like one already. MP finds CCNC, might be in a little bit of trouble, but now you've got the help of Zai, who's gonna come in with the Avalanche stun up MP. CCNC gets away with the Illusory Orb. Misery looking for the SNY. You take a look over at Zai. Shadow Blade is finished off. Just needs that piece to come in. And Pycat here with the Hurricane Pike and Desolator. He's sitting top of the net worth. About 2,000 in front of this Omni Knight. Just about has this Radiance. Not too far behind with the 90 gold talent per minute and the Midas. It's not going to take that long to grab that gold. that point, OpTic might be in a little bit of trouble.
Tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Start attacking this mid-tier 1, and while that's happening, you've got Misery continuing to push, doing Misery things, being around the map, keeping the aggression on. Immortals got a couple of heroes here. Looking to take the tier 1, but they haven't gotten it just yet. This little siege of a tier 1 tower with Zai sitting behind them, probably trying to find somebody on the retreat. And there he is with the Shadow Blade nearby. Actually got Sentry ready for him, and there's the Avalanche with the toss back into his team. They're going to be the Waning Rift, but the Global Silence is going to try and get him out. The Rod of Etios is going to lock in CCNC, the Pit of Malice, as well as the Hex on top of him. The stun, the finger, the Shallow Grave to keep him alive. Dark Rift from Forev to try and escape. CCNC already dead, and he'll stop that Dark Rift, needing not to worry about CCNC turning around. He's dead.
Is under attack.
Invisibility.
$19-9, now a 5,000 net worth lead. This is the Farm of Misery being bumped up. Now has that Yasha looking for Sanj next. Let's take a look over top. Zai might be in a little bit of trouble. You've got Pycat here too. They're going to try and go in. The Pin of Malice isn't going to land on anybody. Rev not able to make that chase with the help of Febby. Febby looking for that Blink Dagger, and if he had that, might have been quite an easy kill for the side of Immortals to at least get one of those heroes running away.
Dazzle.
And Misery just continuing to farm up, continuing to push out bottom. You take a look over mid, in a trouble again. He's going to be CCNC, and he'll be dead once more. 4 heroes here for Immortals to clean up this puck. He's now died 7 times. 1, 7, and 5. Not your typical CCNC game most of the time. Now, finishing off that Radiance is Omni Knight. The Radiance here, we'll see if Immortals can start taking these fights a little bit cleaner. Looking for the Aeon Disc is Omni Knight. Shadow Blade from Zai. He might be able to find one of these heroes, maybe finding QO or Febby, but they've got Forev around him. I might not want to make that play. They've got the Omni Knight behind him. The Rod of Atos is there, as well as the Pit of Malice. We've got QO, Febby, as well as Forev starting to hit away at Zai. They'll get the kill. The Firestorm on top of him. Just too much. The Atrophy Aura as well. That is another kill for Immortals, who seemingly start looking like they're trying to turn this game around.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Curse, last word. Misery.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Dark Rift being used, trying to get out. There's the Rod of Atos. In comes CCNC, and they'll just Dark Rift away. PPD uses that Shallow Grave, gets out, or doesn't get out. The rest of the team is left alone to survive. Burning Reef's finished off for Forev, who 18 in this Firestorm, wave damage, and 100 cast range. QO, one with the 90 damage and the 90 a minute. Take a look at the Phantom Lancer. His second talent was the 250 health. Lion with his first talent is going to be the 75 cast range Silencer with a 5 armor. For the other side, let's take a look. CCNC, level 15, 50 damage, 5 armor. Zai, actually over top, gets the kill on Dubu. Toss Avalanche. Dead you are. Got avalanche damage and magic resistance. That extra 125 on the avalanche damage looking actually quite good at 425. Not bad. Pycat here with 30 on the Searing Arrows, damage, 5 armor. CK, Misery, level 15. Got himself 15 strength. That CCNC dies again over bottom, but all that's happening, and they'll grab themselves the Aegis on Pycat. Grab the Roche, they grab the Aegis, and exchange that for an 8th death on CCNC. Not OpTic still up 5,000 net worth, looking possibly to siege the high ground coming in soon once they get this puck back. Take a look, Bycat under the nose of this Phantom Lancer of MP. Looking for the Heart of Tarask next. Can I get the next slide?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Take a look. Brett trying to get out with that Dark Rift. Hit a Malice. Can he get out in time? The toss not going to land before he TPs away. And OpTic so close to killing off the Underlord, but Dark Rift is too good. Called his Uber. He came on time. He's out of town. Disc actually finished from the Omni Knight. He's got that now with the Radiance. Performing very well. First on the net worth for the side of Immortals. And actually 2,000 gold in front of MP. You take a look at where OpTic's gold is spread out. It's on Pycat with this Clinks. He's got a BKB with the Hurricane Pike. Hasn't used that BKB just yet. Actually, take a look over bottom. OpTic very close to spotting out Immortals. There's the weave. QO still continuing to go in. They just picked up that heart onto MP. Zai is here, and there's the repel. Tossing away that Dazzle to gain him some space between him and the rest of Immortals. I don't know if it's going to be enough. You've got this Radiance burn on him. The slow coming out, the Purify. A couple more shots should do it. There's the Shadow Grave. Let's take a look. Malice is going to land onto Zai, but on the back lines is going to be Pycat coming through. The Global Silence is there with this nice Dream Coil out onto Heavy. Phase shift to avoid that Finger of Death. They've only lost PPD so far. Misery might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the 3-second stun coming out from Misery with that Chaos Bolt. It's not going to be enough. They'll lose Misery anyway. QO is going to have himself a double kill, and Immortals taking a very clean fight. They might even find more in Pycat, who picks up that Bounty Rune Skeleton walk away. And it is a 2-0, and now only a 2,000 net worth lead for OpTic.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This bottom tier 2 is going to drop pretty quickly.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Here they go. Immortals going for the high ground siege for the side of OpTic, who had led all this time. They're only up 1,000 net worth. There's the Glyph. Pushing over top is going to be Zai. Pushing mid is going to be the Clinks. They're going to Dark Rift over with the team coming out from Dubu. It's going to be the Arcane Curse. Let's see if they can find anything. They've got all their heroes back. Don't actually get that tier 3 over bottom. Survives with a sliver of health. Dick. Forcing the TP back, and that is exactly what they need to stay alive in this game. They're only up a smidgen. Yes, I said smidgen. Were just a moment ago. OpTic, they're able to really split push away at this Immortal side. See them pushing over top, pushing over mid, while the rest of the Immortals are pushing bottom, but it doesn't work out in their favor. They don't take the tier 3, and they're forced to retreat after a pretty big win. Oops, sorry. They win once more. Let's see Immortals start to take the base, and be a little bit of trouble for the side of OpTic. If they do lose one more fight, it could just be it. The smoke coming out on Immortals. Here they come with the blink. The Hex comes out, and none other than Zai. It's actually CCNC, but it's not going to be him. Actually, it's CCNC. Never mind. It is CCNC. I missed the click. None other than CCNC. Let's take that again.
Invisibility.
Back in this game. We'll look over bottom. There's the TP out. Nothing comes of that smoke. Misery, I'm not too sure you want to be standing that close. You've got QO ready to go with MP. Nearby, Misery. V, roaming 4, by the way, is 2,500 above the net worth of Zai. Zai was making quite an impact early in this game. Looking for the AC next. I'm surprised his net worth is so below Misery's, but Misery has been involved in pretty much everything. Femi with the Blink game comes in with the Hex, but now he's going to have to try and avoid the rest of the side of OpTic. But here comes Immortals. They've got the Global Silence, and the chase is on. The Blinks are going to be away from OpTic, and I don't think they're going to be able to catch anybody over mid.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Another gank attempt there from the side of Immortals. Not going to work out, but still, they are starting to pressure OpTic, and we've kind of seen them in these last couple of fights not feel too comfortable with the pressure being put on them. Phantasm used by Misery. He'll start hitting away at this tier 3 over mid. Got Cat hitting over top. I don't know where the answer is from Immortals. There's some great split push coming in from OpTic. They don't get this top tier 3. The mid tier 3 not getting hit too hard by that Phantasm, and Pycat possibly looking to re-engage on that tower.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Force back OpTic again, but again OpTic got a tier 3 over bottom, so the shrines are open. That is a problem for the side of Immortals, who have looked to be aggressive. At least in the last 5 minutes, they've tried to be very aggressive on the side of OpTic. Here it is. Here's Pycat just taking the base. Dark Griff's not going to be nearly in time. He's taken the tier 3. Backdoor protection is actually going to help this range Rax, but you now force the ult out of this Underlord, force them back to the top lane, and this is the split push. This is the rack game OpTic is ready to play. Here comes the TP to the shrine. Pycat here with CC&C, MP. Just illusions, but Misery, he spots MP. It's to the low ground, thanks in part to that doppelganger.
Wave.
20 to 14 in favor of OpTic. They're starting to gain that lead again. 1,000, 3,000 net worth ahead. 40s and here with Pycat. The rest of the Immortals are nearby. I'm not too sure this is the play to go in on this Phantom Lancer. That's not what he's going to do. He's actually going to go deeper into this lane, cut off these creeps. Go for these creeps. Immortals are starting to push. That's Phantom Lancer over top. You take a look. Pycat hits the shrine, gets the kill on the shrine. 4 steps over this cliff, getting away from QO and MP. Trying to find himself out. There's no dust here for the side of Immortals. Pycat able to get in the trees, and he should be able to TP away. Take a look over towards the CK of Misery, who's killed off the entire side of Immortals. So the chase was on for Pycat for just a moment, but they find Misery, who will take the consolation prize.
Righteous reward.
Illusion!
Dazzle!
Smoke out from Immortals. Roche is up. Nobody really attempting it as of late. I think anybody's gotten it this game. It's in my head after a while, and this is going to be a smoke behind QO. Going in very deep, and there's the avalanche as well as the toss. The Global Silence comes out. I don't know if he's going to be able to get himself out. Pycat getting very low in between all of these heroes. Forced to pop that BKB. There's the Arcane Curse slowing him up. The last word's going to pop on PPD, who's trying to get away, but he's slowed by QO and looking like he's going to drop. The Shallow Grave to keep him alive for a little bit longer. The X comes out onto Zai, who has to try and run away, but the Rod of Athos is there with the stun from Febby. The toss is out, but not going to be able to get a kill. It's a double kill for QO and Immortals. They take out 3 of these heroes if you include Misery over mid. They force the buyback of Misery. There's the buyback of Zai. Pycat in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get quite low. He doesn't have himself the BKB just yet. The Avalanche comes out on 3. The Shallow Grave's not going to keep Pycat along alive that much longer. He'll finally drop to MP. Immortals starting to invade this base. They finally have themselves a 3,000 net worth lead. Starts to take this top tier 3, and there's buyback again. The Dark Rip trying to come out. The Dream Flow comes out on 2. It's only going to bring back this Underlord, and now the rest of Immortals are going to be in a little bit of trouble. They've taken out Febby. They've taken out QO. They're looking for more Dubu. There's the toss, the kill, and that is 3 dead. Meanwhile, over top, Misery starting to take your base. You've let Creeps take the tier 3 over mid. You've let Misery start to hit away at this Rax, and you force the buyback on a couple of these heroes, but OpTic, they still have their tier 3 standing, not objective from Immortals. With that, they're going to head in towards Rogue, knowing they need another life on one of these cores, and that might be a problem for Immortals to handle. BKB's back up again. The second life is going to be there for PyCat. OpTic might try to go right down the throats of Immortals to end this game, knowing that it kind of hangs in the balance right now.
Silence.
Pushing top again is going to be Misery. They start to spread out around these lanes, and there's CCNC with the Shiva starting to push away on these illusions. Cleans them up. You take a look over top. Misery might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the Pit of Malice with a lot of HOs. The silence comes through. Misery just trying to get away, but meanwhile, that's going to distract 2 of these heroes as over mid. You take a look. OpTic actually not going in just yet. You've got PyCat over bottom. He takes out both his set of Racks, and that is Rack Gaming at its best. Misery over towards top, running away from MP, makes his way out with the blink and gets away from this Phantom Lancer. They're not going to be able to even get one on this.
Invisibility.
So you take the bottom set of Racks. OpTic still making it so hard for Immortals to find anything. The focus just isn't there. If you're going to go for one, you got to commit to it, I feel like, and they're just not doing so. MP just gonna push over top. I think 3 heroes are setting up for a smoke. It's actually 4, and they're gonna head over bottom. They might run into PyCat, who's here with the skeleton walk, and he's gonna pop the smoke of all these heroes. PyCat might be in a little bit of trouble. He's forced to use that BKB, get himself out of the Pit of Malice. We've got 4 heroes here, but a big Dream Coil comes out from CCNC. Nothing to follow it up. The hype is there, but there's nothing there for the side of OpTic. It's just to get their PyCat out. They don't want to lose that Aegis. They don't want to lose that second life that they kind of desperately need since he bought back. They've got to hold his life for a little bit longer, and now they're trying to go in on Misery with a finger of death. They're chasing him down. Not this time, Misery. You need to get out with that blink, and it's not looking like it's going to happen just yet. One more shot should be enough. A Spirit Lance, something. Last word, cleans him up. Dubu with the kill. You take a look over, that's going to be the Aegis of PyCat drops. Zai starts to hit away. He's going to try and TP out. The Pit of Malice not going to be enough. It's just a root. So there it is. A kill for the side of OpTic. A kill for the side of Immortals. Probably better for Immortals, but again, they are losing their base. Let's actually take a look at the buyback status. Speaking of which, got it on the Omni Knight, CCNC, and Rev, or Febby. Dubu. You know what I mean. You name everybody on Immortals, be wrong every single time. You take a look, CCNC is going to be able to blink out, but the Radiance is there, so QO could definitely go in on this puck if CCNC is not too careful. Top 2 on the net worth is Zai, and then actually CCNC. He's got himself quite a bit of gold back, and now up towards top of the net. Or no, that's sorry. Never mind. Excuse everything I just said. It was all wrong. Nice. Top of the net worth is the Omni Knight. Phantom Lancer going to be next. Then you've got PyCat. That's where I am. They're starting to go for this tier 3 over top. They've got just about everything ready for the side of OpTic. If they're going to look to go in with the Dream Coil of Doppelganger to avoid that illusory orb, what they can do is PyCat again making his way over mid. Let's take a look. That's a tier 3 down over top, but over mid. PyCat coming in, trying to break that backdoor protection. Not going to be enough. BKB, and out he is. So he doesn't have that Aegis, and buyback not available for another 3 minutes on this Quinks. They got to play this game a little bit safer. They can start to rat, start to split up this side of Immortals, but a death to Pycat could mean a loss in this game.
What?
24-19, just a 1,000 net worth lead for the side of OpTic. And it is neck and neck right now. Actually, Pycat very far forward. Brett's got that gem. He's going to spot out Pycat, but he might be in a little bit of trouble. Brett's coming in. You've got QO as well. You've got 3 heroes here. Pycat, he doesn't have buyback for 3 minutes, and he is going to fall. 2 minutes without the Quinks, and this is the opportunity that Immortals have been waiting for. We've got 99 seconds without a Quinks, and now they want to push. Problem is, are they going to be able to? Zai here with the double damage, just about level 25. You've got Misery as well. He's level 21. Let's see. What did he take? That third talent plus 150 gold. God, Debbie coming over with MP. They got to be very careful. The Avalanche actually hits, and they're not even going to have that Hex. MP starts to hit away at Zai. He's got no more mana left. The Doppelganger to continue the chase with 2 people with the Arcane Curse. They take away the Basher. I think that was Abyssal Blade. For somebody, it might have just been a Basher. Now you've got Misery trying to TP out, and with no Basher, Jules comes in. Be enough to keep him here. Misery down. 2 cores on the side of OpTic dead for quite some time. A minute for Pycat, a minute 30 for Zai.
Silence.
2,000 net worth lead, no cores for at least 30 seconds. See how Immortals choose to push. Butterfly there, finished for the Phantom Lancer. Butterfly and Art. It's really hard to kill him. Look at what Pycat has. Looking for the Lincolns next. CCNC gonna continue to push.
Silence.
That forces back Febby. Not a huge force back, but it's going to be enough. And now PPD looking very low. The gem is out. There's the Shallow Grave to try and stay alive. The Mule is going to be used. And PPD get out. Just gets away with the 4-staff help from Pycat. So they're still going after this tier 3. They're yet to take a tier 3. No, they took that one top like 5 minutes ago. Now they'll take one over mid, opening up these racks in the mid and in the top lane. There it is. There's the melee racks. There's the range racks dying over top. They're looking like they're going to lose the melee racks over mid as well. Oh boy, there's the Pit of Malice to lock it. CCNC. They've got the Yules to try and keep him alive, but he's dead. He's got buyback. All 5 of these heroes are up for OpTic. So let's see. Our Immortal's going to retreat just like that. They're looking for Mega Creep. Stream Coil comes out. Is there going to be any follow-up? There's the Firestorm. Is in here pretty deep, and there's the toss with the Avalanche to get at least one. They're looking for more. The Guardian Angel finally used by this Omni Knight. There's the buyback coming out from this Lion. Fred's going to get pretty low, and he takes out Zai. Zai's not going to be able to buy back. He's dead for 85 seconds. The Underlord drops. They're looking to take out more, and it could be Misery trying to TP away. Take out Dubu, and actually the TP is there. And with the Dark Rift, you've got these heroes back into the game. They're still looking for Megas. And we'll take that melee racks, and I say Megas, but they still have the range racks over mid for now. And there it goes. So Mega Creeps are there for the side of Immortals, who are trying to finish off this game. The Hex comes through on a Dazzle. PPD trying to run away. CCNC is here with the Chaos Bolt hitting on Duo. It's going to be 2 seconds. Phantasm used by Misery. MP's already got himself a kill. PPD going to be dead for 90 seconds. The Finger of Death is going to be enough to lock down. CCNC dead once more. They look towards Chaos Knight. Misery looking like he's going to fall. That's going to be 3 dead. They have the buyback available for him, but they're looking towards PPG. They're not going to have him either. And that is going to be 4 dead for the side of OpTic, and GG is going to be called. We're going to a game 3. So you had the ability to end it for the side of OpTic, it seemed like, and they had that buyback, they had the Aegis available.
I used to walk these roads with you. Can't remember the last time I went without you. Where do I go? Where do I go? How will I know? How will I know? I used to walk these roads with you. Can't remember the last time I went without you. Where do I go? Where do I go from here? Where do I go? Where do I go from here? Where do I go? Where do I go? How will I know? How will I know? I used to walk these roads with you. Can't remember the last time I went without you. Where do I go? Where do I go from here? Where do I go?
Inside lane, missing exits, glued to the pavement. Between the lines, I keep my gaze straight ahead as the last stop flies by. No more waiting for the gun to fire. No more walking through revolving doors. I've gone around once, I don't need to go around anymore. Break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway. And cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team, ban. Dire team, ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team, Dire team, ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team, ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Warlock.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the Captain's Draft 4.0 North American qualifiers. We are here with our second matchup of the day, OpTic Gaming versus Immortals. Hello, everybody. I'm Mott. I want to apologize for the internet issues we've been having earlier. Obviously, these things happen time to time, and the internet in the U.S. now, like, maybe, I think...
Admiral Concar.
More update for a lot of Comcast Xfinity users, so there's been a lot of issues. I don't actually know what happened, but I want to appreciate you guys for joining us and watching tonight. So hopefully my internet stays stable. I actually just dropped a lot of frames just a second ago, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Don't even worry about that. I cast the first series today, that Vici series versus Complexity, which was really good. I've been away for the past 2 days. Of course, I just came from the Dota Pit Minor. I had about a 30-hour travel day, which is why I didn't do the second series today. I thought about doing it because it was so hype, this series in particular, and it looks like it's turning out to be that way. Because we're in the third game right now. There's been some interesting picks. Misery on the CK obviously was really exciting stuff. But I'm pretty hyped for this game. There's going to be some good picks. We already have a Warlock. We have a Kunkka, which we saw earlier. Now we have a Spectre for Immortals. What the hell's going on? I'm into it. Immortals obviously had a very rough go of it at Dota Pit. They did not do well. It's the new patch, so I mean, it happens, number one. It's not the end of the world. And I don't think they were too concerned about it either. They're here. They're ready to go. They forced the third game against OpTic. OpTic, of course, they just played in the ROG North American qualifiers where they trounced, I think it was Leviathan as well as DC. They beat DC 3-0. And they had a different draft in all 3 games, which is a testament to Peter, or rather PPD's drafting on OpTic. It's just kind of insane that you can get away and have those type of drafts. So hopefully we'll see a good draft here. And already, I mean, we're having a pretty exciting one. Warlock coming out. They made some changes to him. I've tried the Shadow Word AoE in test mode. It's pretty interesting, but I'm not sure, because I think the other talent choice is Golem on Death. So usually you probably would get that, I would assume. The AoE Shadow Word is cool, though. It's not a bad skill. Spirit Breaker's still really strong. We see him a lot. We saw him a couple times at Dota Pit. I think he was picked once as an offlaner, I believe. I can't remember what team did it, but it was rather interesting. I think it worked. It's hard to remember. My brain is like super fried because of that trap. So just to clear this up, I've mentioned this like a million times already, and I don't really feel like mentioning anymore, but I'm a little tired. That's all I'm gonna say. We have the Invoker coming in for OpTic, followed by the Legion Commander for them as well. So we have your mid Invoker, Legion with the setup with the press the attack into the duel. They have Lasso. They have a lot of good initiation from OpTic Gaming. Invoker in the late game can be pretty strong. In terms of the mid matchup, we don't know who he's going up against. He'll have the Kunkka to help him out with the roaming, one would assume. So perhaps it should be a pretty good game for him. Looking at what they need, it's another support for OpTic. Looking at what Immortals need, they need both their mid laner and potentially their off laner if this is a 4 Spirit Breaker. So looking at mid laner still available. What actually do we have? Potentially Terrorblade, maybe, against Invoker. Might not be awful, I suppose. Lone Druid's probably pretty good. Sniper's pretty good, one would assume. Magnus is probably fine. So you have a lot of options here. It just comes down to... I guess they could do Magnus Spectre as like that combo that we used to see. It's not really that common. Like Magnus combos are usually like PA and Jug and anti-mages nowadays, which if it was available, it's getting banned, I'm sure, because AM's pretty strong right now. Ticker's also available, by the way. So is Lena. So there's a handful of mids left. You could also do some crazy mid thing, I'm sure, if you wanted to, like mid Sven or something like that, but... there's plenty of options left. This is why I like Captain's Draft, because I'm sure you all know I'm not that confident in drafting, but it makes it easy. So they will go for the Magnus combo. Easy. So that's just, you know, listen, guys, I'm an expert drafter, okay? You don't even need to fret. All right, I got your back here. This Spectre-Magnus combination, Magnus probably going in the offlane, one would assume. And by probably, I mean almost definitely. And then Gyro mid, Spectre in the safe lane. And I like it because Gyro is pretty aggressive early and allows you to get some room for the Spectre until she gets Haunt, whatever early game item she needs to be able to get engaged. And then she could just farm. I don't know what the buildup is for Spectre anymore. Do people still do like Mask Madness? I'm not really sure if that's like a thing. I actually haven't seen too much Spectre. I'm sure you guys understand that. Speaking of Dota Pit, I hope you guys enjoyed it. A terrific experience, but we're just getting started, folks. Captain's Draft, Midas Mode. We got a lot of Moonduck stuff coming up, and you're going to be pretty, I think, excited to see how everything turns out. So it looks like the internet is good. Let me know if...
Captain's Draft.
Sven stands
Choose
ready.
your hero.
All right, there's the Sven. The Plycat Sven coming out. How exciting. I'm into it. I like it a lot. I think it's good. Combos well with the Invoker with Sunstrike. What is this Spectre item? I've never seen this before. Am I just out of the loop? I've been playing too much PUBG. Seriously, what the fuck is this? It's like there's a void opening up inside of Spectre. I'm sure I missed out on this, but somebody's going to give me a hard time, I bet. Oh, well.
10 seconds
So, yeah.
remaining.
Misery Batrider. So, I was wondering about this. Xi Legion. This is exciting. I'm excited to see it. It kind of feels greedy. I've seen this type of thing before, but it doesn't usually work out. Who knows? Maybe it will. I think because there's a Spectre in the game, I think it's probably a lot better for OpTic. The Spirit Breaker could be kind of a nuisance, though, in terms of Febby charging around. We will wait and see. It is Game 3. Winner of this moves on. Loser will go down to play against Complexity. That is not an easy loser's bracket matchup. Winner will play up against Vici J Storm. Into the game we go. Woo woo. All right, are we going to start with the smoke? Did anybody not get a... Wait, why can't I... Oh.
Prepare for battle.
All right, we're good. We're fine. Never mind. I got concerned that my cursor wasn't showing. We're fine. So in the previous series, we had 2 players not get TP scrolls, which was pretty funny. Looks like we're set on that. All 10 accounted for. We have a smoke coming in from Immortals at this point. Looking for perhaps some aggression. They're going to send 2 towards top, 3 towards bottom, which is interesting because OpTic are also kind of splitting up their heroes. They're not moving together as a team for now. In the meantime, this ward will get placed. This is going to be dropped down by Misery, who starts out with boots first. Dubu doesn't have sentries. I'm sure they have some over here on one of these heroes. Nah, maybe not. All right, I spoke too soon. So Spirit Breaker will start with an Orb of Venom. No boots yet, but that's fine. Peter is just going to have 2 clarities, 3 tangos at this point. Lane ward dropped, which wasn't spotted. I don't think any of these wards were spotted by either team. Unless this one was placed first. They were placed at about the same time. So we're going to see the classic match of just one team. Both teams go across the river and try to take both bounty runes. We'll probably have 2 going each side. Maybe Pycat can get this with a good Stormhammer. You can get 3. It's probably not even worth it. He's just going to back up. So yeah, we'll have 2 aside. Standard stuff. Will we see an aggressive duel or tri-lane? Misery's going to stay up here top lane with Zai for now. Zai starting out with the stout shield and going Quelling Blade. So he's obviously going to be the one to get farm. Already charging away is going to be Febby, and he wasn't spotted. There's no ward in mid. He will be spotted once he goes through this ward. Oh, Roche almost bashed him. I heard the sound effect. But they will see him, and so Misery's going to back himself up here. He'll take a hit. Throws up the sticky. He's fine. Yeah, my cursor's fucked. I don't know why, guys. Sorry about that. Overwhelming odds. My God. That did a lot of damage. QO throws out the Spectral Dagger in the meantime, and Misery will take some harass. But Febby took a lot of damage from Zai's level 1 Overwhelming odds. I'll try to catch everything here. But it is going to be a duel versus try. This is a pretty good duel lane, too, because of Overwhelming odds. You have Misery constantly stacking up the sticky napalms. You know, Spectre's not that great in the early game either, so the amount of pressure they can apply is pretty good. Plus, it keeps the Spirit Breaker locked to top lane, for now at least. So you don't have to worry too much about CC and C. And again, they have this ward here, so he'll be able to watch out and see if Febby's moving around the map. Very good news. But they're going to make it go on Zai instead. Gets charged up, doesn't do too much damage. He should be fine. He has a salve as well as tangos to work with. In fact, he's running back in. Overwhelming odds in 2 seconds. However, he won't use it. No need to. Yeah, I think this is a really good duel lane. And this gives a lot of room to CC and C. Matchup mid might be a bit rough for early game. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. All right. Get that miss out of the way. QO goes down. Overwhelming odds came through, I'm sure, and they just hit him a couple of times. That probably shouldn't happen, but you know what? We move on. I literally looked away for 1 second. That's a classic, man. I'm going to look away again, and something's going to happen, I'm sure of it. 4F down bottom. PPD's already pulling, so he's going to have kind of a rough go, perhaps. CC and C already getting spammed down by homing missiles. Level 2, in fact. That'll be fun. Nice. PPD will take the bounty rune right underneath the feet of him. Meanwhile, Spirit Breaker top lane getting chased down. Zai and Misery don't have enough damage to kill him. And they actually force him out of lane to get that kill, so a bit of time wasted. Sven, in the meantime, for Pycat, is having pretty much a great time. It's a free lane, essentially. 13 last hits, 4 denies. PPD's doing a great job of zoning out the Magnus. Mid lane, CC&C continues to have the homing missile charged up on him. But he has Quas regen running at the very least. QO, 8 last hits. Oh, by the way, the Invoker mid lane, or excuse me, the Gyro has 7 denies, which is pretty freaking good. Magnus bottom lane getting chased down. Sunstrike went. It looks like they hit it, I think, but wasn't enough damage. Whether they missed the torrent, I'm not sure.
Like that, Sven? I dub thee my helmsman.
Oh, well said, Kunka. You're such a wordsmith. Real great stuff there, buddy. Spectral Dagger flying out. Are you kidding me again? X marks came through. Febby, torrent coming in. Can they get the return kill? Yep, it's going to be a 1-for-1. Tower hit will go. That'll secure for CC and C. Nice. All right. So, I mean, again, OpTic have a great early game here. They lost the Invoker. That's kind of rough, but Pycat is getting a lot of farm. Zai's getting a fair amount. He is getting charged top lane. A little bit low on mana. He still has the Salve and Mango to work with. Flame Break pushback. Spirit Breaker is just dead. Or, excuse me, the Spectre. Getting ticked down, but the Shadow Word's enough to heal him. Well done there. I thought he was going to go down, but somehow able to stay alive. The Flame Break not enough for Misery. It's a level 2 Flame Break, by the way, which you saw how much damage it was doing onto QO. It was kind of nuts. Setting up mid is going to be PPD. I think another Flame Break went, but I don't think it hit on anybody. Looking for an X-Marks. He's going to find it. Torrent's going to come out as well. CCNC. Does he have Sunstrike? He does. He's going to hit it. Should be a kill. Fairy Fire coming out. PPD, one more auto attack. Should do the job. It's the Forge Spirit that gets it done. So, really well set up there. PPD moving around the map. This will give some room for 4F bottom. He's at 14 last hits, but to the 27 of Mag and the 23 of the Legion in the off lane. Could be better. OpTic finding they're going to trade Bounty Runes. 4F got one, and PPD was able to get one as well. So again, pretty good early game. The only thing is Invoker now getting charged up. 4 Spirits available. There's the Rocket Barrage. Should be enough. Raindrop, good Torrent. Still in trouble, though. CCNC. Sunstrike, he had the Salve. Febby, if he had chased a bit further, that's a kill. Unfortunately, it's not. The Forge Spirit, they need 2 more auto attacks? No. PPD just needs 1, and that's all it's going to take. It's another 1-for-1 trade going the way of OpTic. Although he is going to get dropped, so maybe not. It's a double kill coming at the homing missile level 3. Does a lot of damage, guys. It's the unfortunate thing for PPD. He just gets dropped. Good stuff. Back and forth. 4-3. A lot of action. 5 minutes into the game. 7 kills. It's pretty exciting. Misery's rotating mid, but there is going to be a ward spotting him. Still, he's going to try to find a Flame Break pushback. Does it nicely. Another TP coming in, but CCC wasn't ready for the cold snap. All right. This cursor bug is the most annoying thing in the world, and I really wish it wasn't a thing right now. Great game. Real good stuff. Like, if I click on CCNC like this, it's not working. I have to, like, click in front of him. Ah. Okay. Top lane. Maybe some action happening. QO has the Shadow Word on him. There's the overwhelming odds. Misery Flame Break's going to go. Push him back a little damage there. But he's fine. He's going to just salve up, it looks like. PPD has the Shrine trying to bait this out. Yeah, he's fine. Rotating and also is going to be Pycat, now working on Mask of Madness. MP picks up an Invis Rune, was not scouted. There's no ward over there for the Radiant team, so CCNC might need to be careful, or perhaps Pycat as they spot him out, looking for a charge. He'll salve up. Now the Warcry away 4. He has level 1 Skewer at this point. Level 3 Shockwave to work with as well. They'll drop the ward to get some vision. He's going to get under the tower. I don't think they dive this. In fact, they despite having that Invis Rune, they're just going to not go too far in. There's another ward dropped down by PPD just to make sure they get that vision. And this gives more room for CCNC mid lane. He's already got the Gloves of Haste. They will try to charge him. This time there's no vision to scout it out, but he might be okay. He's already pretty close to the tower as it is. The call down will go. He's going to get Rocket Barrage, the homing missile, the bash, press the attack. Won't be enough. Sunstrike coming in. That'll hit onto MP. Zai looking for a target. Doesn't have duel. He's still on level 5, but Misery's coming in. Can they get both of these kills? Febby's looking to turn. He's pretty healthy at this point. 7 wand charges. He's going to charge back into Zai. Shadow Word coming in. MP. Another Rocket Barrage should be ready. He doesn't have the mana for it. Febby's still getting chased down. Overwhelming odds is going to come through. That's 1. Can they get 2? Misery looking for the Flame Break. He's going to find it. There was an RP on the other side of the map, I think, just to keep 4F alive. And in fact, it should. He's going to skewer away. He's going to get 15 HP. Forev is going to make it out just narrowly. They all survive. Look at how low both MP and Forev are. And you walk away only getting the Spirit Breaker out of that. That's unbelievable. That Shadow Word might have done it for Dubu. Might have saved his life. And CCNC is getting charged again. Finally, the Cold Snap comes out just in time as he charges in. A lot of damage being dealt to Febby, but CCNC, he's still ahead of the Spectre, which is good news for him. I mean, things aren't going that poorly. Immortals, the duel is coming out. They should have a Sunstrike ready. It's going to hit perfectly. It will. Flame Break. It won't get the duel victory, but a kill is a kill. And I don't think Zai is too concerned about the duel damage not going his way. Maybe he's a little upset, but he's already up to 1,400 gold in terms of his net worth. He is sitting at 2nd. Maybe Febby thinking about charging back in. This time there is a ward that would spot it. So really good job from PPD to make sure he gets these wards out on the map, because I think Misery has really not purchased any of these wards. He's busy getting a bottle. He's busy getting boots. He's got a Windlace to work with as well. I think PPD is the one that is securing most of this vision for OpTic, which makes sense. The hard 6, as he usually is considered. OpTic, I would say they've got a pretty good timing window. However, what isn't good is if PPD dies. but that's not going to happen, so it is good. They'll TP in another bottom. I think who rotated in? Pycat, probably. Or did they cancel it? I'm not sure. Anyway, CCNC still has a way to go on his Midas. And all things considered, a 2K lead, it's 8 minutes is pretty good. Rotation in from Misery will be spotted by another ward. This ward has been here for a while now, and it's been pretty good. I don't even know if they had it earlier, but... Nice. Well, that's a kill onto Misery. Haunt will come in. Pycat's going to be next. Charge will come. X marks as well. QL will take him down, and finally the Haunt getting Immortals involved. Torrent will come in. That'll be onto Forev. PPD is also dead. They are rotating a lot of heroes. Sunstrike not going to hit, just missing the timing there. And QL will secure himself a double kill. Rocket Brush coming in onto CCNC. Cold Snap. Well, he's fine. He just uses Sunstrike so he can't get the kill. Alright, so just like that, they get 2 or 3 quick kills for Immortals, and suddenly they're back in position in this game. Pycat gets dropped. Now he's third in net worth. All of a sudden, MP is top and working on phase into drum, so he wants to be involved early. Homing Missile, CCNC getting pushed all the way back. He's going to have to go heal. He has a salve, though, actually, but he needs some mana. They're going to smoke without him. He will have his Sunstrike back up. He can invoke it now, and he can get involved if they can get a duel off or something, which they definitely can. Regen rune for MP, which is like the perfect rune. Zai, Blink is going to go, though, and they need that Sunstrike. They're going to find it. Shadow Word comes out too little too late, and there's that dual victory that Zai was looking for earlier. Misery still has that Windlace, going to try to chase Dubu down. They have another Blink to come in, but it's no duel available. Good Flame Break, though, for Misery, and I think Dubu's just dead. Lasso comes out. It's on the Courier. Misery with the play and the kill onto Dubu. 2 dead Immortals. Damn, just like that. That's hype. That was a hype play for Misery. No Blink required. He's up to 1,400 gold. He's going to have one pretty soon as well. And this early Bat Rider roaming has really worked out for OpTic. They're getting a lot of gold on this hero. Sitting about 500 above the Spirit Breaker, who has treads already. That's pretty impressive. And now Pycat has Mask Mattis. Have they stacked any camps? Well, actually, I want to make sure that I see a kill if they go on him. They might. But PPD, they have the X marks. Torrent will come in. Level 5 for BD, so no Ghost Ship. Sunstrike to follow up as well. A lot of damage being dealt. But they don't have any further follow-up. Now coming in is Zai. He should have a Blink. RP coming out. That's on to 1. It's Misery. The duel will come in. He doesn't have the damage quite yet. It won't be a victory, but it's going to be, looks like for now, a 1-for-1 trade. Golem's drop. He's got the Shadow Word. He might actually stay alive here. The Flame Break's not doing enough damage, and so far, everybody is still alive for Immortals. Zai's going to have to use the Shrine at this point. MP throws up the Rocket Brush. Good overwhelming odds here. He needs help. Press the attack coming out. Zai should make it away. Another Shadow Word onto QO. The Flame Break should hit, but it won't do enough damage. Again, Misery gets to the Tier 2 tower. The Spectral Dagger comes in once more. The Shockwave will just narrowly miss, and another charge out of PPD. They're fighting towards the Tier 2 tower, and they continue to pressure. Zai's going to get Rocket Brush down. Trying to fog his way through the tree line, can't make it. And suddenly, OpTic lose, I think, 3 heroes there. Maybe 2? Yes, 3. 1,300 gold going for Immortals. And what could have been disastrous if they lost that Spectre turns out to be a great save. They had that heal coming in. They had the good RP to take another hero away from that Spectre as he was getting chased down. CCNC only had one really contribution to that fight. The Sunstrike came out early on, I believe, but he was just farming that entire time, knowing that he can't really accomplish anything if he rotates in to try to help. So, Immortals now, he does have that Midas. They're going to have to deal with this at some point in the near future. Now the charge will come in. PP&D getting chased down underneath the guise of a ward. There's also this ward here, though. And Misery gets closer and closer. Duel coming in mid lane. Sunstrike's going to get dropped. This will be another sure kill. This time a duel victory again. Call down coming in. Zai still pretty speedy. He's going to try to run away at this point. The Rocket Barrage. They have Cold Snap. It's on Febby nicely, but I think Zai is still in a lot of trouble. He is very tanky. Going to try to juke up. Here comes the Ghost Ship. Roaming eyes. He's still low, and he will get dropped finally, but it's a lot of damage being done. MP getting healed up. Now he's going to use the Wand Charge with the Flame Break pushback. Febby's also in trouble. MP might be able to make it away. The Shadow Word is doing too much healing for them to chase him down, but they will still lose Febby, plus the Spectre going down. MP, he's tricky to deal with. If Dubu is nearby, it's a level 4 Shadow Word. It makes him just so hard. Actually, level 3 Shadow Word. Makes it so hard to take him down. And Misery will have his Blink Dagger now picked up. Drums are done for the Gyrocopter. And, Stormhammer onto Frev. Skewers out. God Strength. There's the duel. Sunstrike. Another duel victory for Zai. This early Blink Dagger really paying off. He's going to have Blade Mail pretty soon. And Pycat gets involved in a kill. Puts him at second in the net worth, just behind CCNC. And that's the scary thing. CCNC was getting run at a lot, and he's now top of the net worth. And this is before really the Midas is kicking in too much. He's used it maybe once or twice. And now he's working on Aghanim Scepter. What does QO have, though? He's working on Radiance. He's had Phase Earn for a while. He needs some room to work with. He can't afford to die again, or too many more times for that matter. PBD might tank the gank here. The Haunt will come in. They're really looking for the skill. The Ghost Ship should hit. It will onto 2, along with a Torrent. But that's too little too late for him. But again, he tanks the gank. If Immortals can get a tier 1 out of this, would be great. But the wave's not even at the tower yet. It's also full HP. The good news for QO is that he has the Empower to fall back on for this Spectre. It's good stuff there. CCNC, he's going to just take a tier 1 tower. Alacrity's pretty good, I heard. And they still haven't taken the tower yet. Meanwhile, Frev picks up a Blink Dagger, so that's flying out now. So Blink RP is at the ready. Misery running in, and another ward will spot the rotations again. Zai, he's been spotted out. Misery is nearby. This allows Febby to farm bottom, trying to get to drums for himself as well. All right, SNY almost done for Pycat. They really want to fight early. Did that smoke catch them? I don't think so. Doesn't look like Immortals have any idea this is happening. I think QO's dead. Oh, maybe Dubu instead. Sunstrike, Torrent, charge in. Zai's kind of alone here. He needs some help. Ghost Ship coming out. Zai should fall. They actually avoid the Ghost Ship, but there's going to be the Lasso coming in. Frev gets off the RP in time. The charge out as well. Pycat's in a lot of trouble, but he's going out of Q. The damage is severe. Frev comes in, shockwaves down Pycat, which is big. CCNC is still split pushing top. Misery getting chased down, and Earn will take him up. And QO survives and gets another kill. And they take the tier 1 while that's happening with the creeps. So despite CCNC not being there, it's pretty good stuff for Immortals. 1,200 gold. They had to buy back in the Warlock. Honestly, who gives a shit? He's like boots. Who cares? I mean, he's a Warlock. I don't think he really he's concerned with that himself. Absolutely no reason for him to have any issue with having to buy back there. I mean, the bad news for Immortals is that CCNC gets closer to his Aghanim Scepter. He is just about 800 gold off. Buys his next item. Sanj will be picked up for the Gyrocopter. SNY, speaking of which, should just... No, he still needs the Alsha. He's still a ways away, actually, for Pycat. I don't think they stacked any of these Ancients for him. Oh, they have one stack here. They're trying to stack now. Yeah, that'll stack. All right, so 2 stacks on both the Ancients. That's not bad. He is a little behind Forev, who's almost building into a Shadow Blade now. And then the Spectre, QO, still pretty far behind the Sven. Actually, no, they're pretty close in net worth. He's almost at Radiance, which is a bit disconcerting for OpTic at this point. They're going to try to make a gank happen top lane with MP and Dubu. He still has Golem. He wasn't able to get it off in that fight. CCNC knows something's up. They're all missing. He's just going to TP away. Vision-wise, the Radiant are in kind of a rough spot. They have no wards out on the map right now. Does PPD have any? He has 2. He's trying to get him down. A ward will spot him moving over in that direction. So they might know that he's ran across the other side of the river just to get a ward placed. Good vision for the Dire. One at the Uber Cliff here, which allows them to set up aggressively and take this tier 1 tower. Another one which has spotted a lot of rotations, plus the Ancient stack over here at this Radiant jungle. MP Sanj into BKB. And this is going to be a tier 1 tower taken.
structures are
Zai looking for a setup. Blink duel. QO would be a great target, but he's backing up. I think they saw the invis. I think it was at the bottom rune spot, and there's a ward here, obviously. And there's the Aghanim scepter for CCNC, so... Zai is still chasing after QO. Press the attack duel, maybe? There it goes. Sunstrike's going to come out next. Should be enough damage. Yes. Well done. Golem comes out, cancels the TP, though. Dubu is able to get there in time, and now Zai, left alone without a TP. I don't think there's any way he makes it out of this. The Shadow Word, the Rocket Barrage, press the attack. See ya. And they get the tier 1 tower top lane. I don't think it was denied or anything. So... MP got the tower last hit. It's pretty good for Immortals. They would have liked to not lose their Spectre, but worse things have happened, I'm sure. MP continues to still be a nuisance in terms of his own farm. Charging top lane, CCNC is in a lot of trouble here. Febby will complete it. He's got his Nether Strike. He also has drums ready to go. Forev coming in with the skewer. He has Blink in 1, RP if necessary, and they will use it along with the Dust. They get off a bash. The Empower, more than enough damage, and CCNC's killing spree will end and head over to Forev instead. Now gets closer to his Shadow Blade. MP just walks right into the enemy jungle in the meantime. He is running straight at PPD. So Haunt's going to come in there instead, going to look for another target. It's Misery. He will get off the lasso, but at this point, he's dead. Too much damage coming in from QO and MP together. And all of a sudden, it just feels like this global strat, which is essentially what it is between Febby and the Spectre, is starting to work out. That was like the first time that they had it. Febby wasn't even there. But in terms of chasing heroes down, this is quite the run-at-you strat from Immortals. They're kind of getting pulled across the map when CCNC split pushes top lane, but other than that, there's not really any issue. They've got what good wave clear. They can clear creeps quickly. They have Empower, so... Next, there's going to be that Shadow Blade for Forever, and then they can really start finding kills. And OpTic, what was a good start, a 3,000 net worth advantage, has kind of slipped down a little bit in favor of Immortals, who now have a slight advantage. Pycat will find himself an Arcane Rune, which means it's go time for Roche. He's going to immediately pop the God Strength and Mask of Madness. Zai will rotate in as well, and CCNC will help provide damage with Alacrity. In the meantime, they will have to be careful. The Tier 2 tower is getting pushed bottom. That should be the trade. Tier 2 for Roche at this point, which is not bad for OpTic. Do they want to try to defend? I don't think they can get to bottom in the first place. They don't have enough time. Plus, Cliff is already down. So that will be a Tier 2 for Roshan trade. Pycat will move in, looking for a Blink Dagger for his next item. Try to get some more initiation potential. There's that Shadow Blade done for Forever, though. So if they want to defend this, they can. Even into an Aegis, it's not impossible. Again, God's Strength is down, but he did have an Arcane Rune, so it's back up in 10 seconds. Whether or not they know that, they should see it on him now. Febby's going to charge in. Ghost Ship will follow up. Here comes QO TP in with the Sunstrike. That is a problem. QO gets dropped immediately. The counter initiation. Good RP. They've got the stun at a 3. They're still looking for more. A good call down as well. They're going to get dropped. 2 of them down. Now through with the Aegis gone as well. OpTic on the run. PPD, his Ghost Ship's already been used. He's got X marks at 2. Torrent in 5. Pycat, he's got to head out of there. They've only got 3 alive at this point for OpTic. Misery's running back in, but he's already low in HP. Homing Missile coming out. Tornado could come through CCNC. He's back in the fray. Deafening Blast, God Strength coming in. They really want to fight the Sunstrike. Hits on the MP. It's a lot of damage. They've got the lasso. They charge the bashes onto Pycat. Now they don't have any damage anymore. And Misery's in trouble. Forever's dominating. They're going to get all 5. A double kill for Febby. Immortals, what a huge fight. Despite losing their big carry and Q at the beginning of the game, they still get not only 5, but it's technically 6 with, of course, CCNC buying back in the middle of that engagement. What a disaster. It's like a 4K net worth swing, 7.6K experience gained for Immortals. Just like that, so much gained. The only person out there to get in on the action is going to be the Spectre for QO. Unfortunately, he TPs in, he gets Ghost Shipped, he gets Sunstruck, but at that point, they use so much of their abilities, so much of their damage on one specific hero, and all of a sudden they turn it around forever again with the counter initiation. The RP was there.
As frag +3.
So, things looking pretty solid all of a sudden for Immortals. And CCNC, he's going to have to get a lot more work done. He still needs bots. He was getting kind of close. He was sitting, I think, 1,000 gold before buyback. Then that happened, and all of a sudden he's kind of put way behind again. Can still farm pretty quickly. Might is... Oh, it was off cooldown. That's miserable. Charge in the meantime on PPD. Nether Strike, Shockwave. They should have Blink Skewer. They don't even need it. The Empower. Ghost Ship might save him. Actually, it's going to be the Cold Snap that does. They'll haunt it. They really want this kill. They'll find it on the other side. A Sunstrike. That'll be onto Dubu. Febby might be next. Meatball dropped down as well. They're looking for more. Damage is going to come in. Forev. RP. It's on to 2. Shockwave coming out. Or 3, actually. Stormhammer coming in. They're still all alive for now, but CCNC getting chased down. It's a triple kill for Q. And Pycat is getting kited. He wants MP so bad. Jiving into the pit. He's actually going to make it away. And now Pycat's the one that has to run. The urn ticking him down. Another 5-man wipe. It just gets worse and worse for OpTic. They run right into this Magnus. His RP comes back up just to the perfect time. And all of a sudden, it just turns completely horrible for this Radiant team. OpTic seems like they can't do anything now in these past 10 minutes. They just get caught in bad position. Bad fights. There's too much damage coming in from Immortals, especially with Haunt Up, with all these abilities. They're going to lose a tier 2 now. And this Sven has stalled completely. He's been at SMY for a while. He was working on Blink, decided to go BKB, figured that's what he needed. But Pycat still, it's going to take him a while to get there. And top 3 net worth, all of a sudden, is going to be all of Immortals. Forev now working on a 4-staff. QO should have his, or rather, Radiance done, and he does. We'll see maybe, I don't know, Mance or something for his next item. He's got a lot of choices. Gyrocopter working on an SMY. He went for the early Sange, building into the SMY just to get some extra tankiness. Now that he has that, he'll go for the SMY to make himself a bit faster as well. And OpTic. In the early game, they had a couple of good fights, but then they started fighting 4 versus 5, where Immortals just 5-man when they had Spectre Haunt ready to go. And then every other time since then, it's been Call Down, huge mag ult. They're going to have the duel. MP going to get caught. Ghost Ship. Meatball, Sunstrike should be enough to get the dual victory, and it is. 640 gold. Golem dropped down. They're fighting without a lot of their damage here, down for 66 seconds, but Forev coming in. Blink Skewer, it's on to 1. I don't think he had the RP at the ready, but they still will get CCNC anyways. Misery also caught out. Firefly can't get up to the high ground. They even had an urn ticking out just to make sure they secure the kill. A dominating spree for Febby now. PPD also getting chased down. Forev should have another Blink ready to go. He does. RP, they really want this kill, and they're going to find it. No reason to save it at this point, and again, even when they get that big kill onto the Gyrocopter, it's a 3-for-1 trade, even having to use the RP on a solo Kunkka. And so all of a sudden, they're threatening high ground. They have Empower. Forev is going to zone a couple of heroes out. Febby has been super strong. Treads Medallion, along with now a Halberd working on getting that Solar Crest. Jump in. There's the dual buyback coming in from the Kunkka. Stormhammer comes out. They disarm that Sven. He doesn't do any damage. And Zai, he's going to get caught and killed. Pycat, he's popped the Godstrike. He's trying to fight Febby. Yes, they'll get QO. The Haunt came out already. Ghost Ship coming in, looking to find Forev. He's going to be able to make it away. They don't have detection, I believe. PPD, I don't think he doesn't have any on him. They will find Febby instead. He's the one that takes the kill, the martyr for the cause, if you will. Dubu getting chased. He should get dropped as well. So, Pycat will find 2. They keep their tier 3 tower alive. It's still pretty low. Perhaps it was a bit aggressive from Immortals. They smelled blood in the water. They went for it, and it sort of worked out for a bit there. It's 1,000 gold given, mostly to the Sven, 987 of which. And that'll get put towards his BKB. In fact, he actually has it now. And all of a sudden, a Sven with BKB is actually pretty dangerous here for Immortals to deal with. And while it's a 7k lead, it's not insurmountable for a team like this. Invoker, Sven, it's very tough to fight any of these guys, especially when you have Bat Rider, Lasso, Ghost Ship, those type of things to work with.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We'll see, though. CCNC has died numerous times in a row. He's been having a rough go of it. He has bots now, which means he can start split pushing out waves. They're going to look for a duel. They're going to find a Lasso instead. They'll find the duel, actually, onto MP. The Sunstrike skewer out, and that pulls MP away from Sunstrike. Still, MP is able to pop the BKB in time. Zai is still man-fighting. Pycat starting to get kited. Forev forces himself away. There's the press the attack, trying to get Zai alive. Kyo now getting chased down. Forev, he's got RP in 2 seconds here. Will OpTic group up for it. It's dangerous. There it goes. It's on to 2, and they've got the plenty of damage from Flat Cannon. MP going to drop 1. They've got 2. The homing missile, along with the rocket barrage, and it was looking so good. They got so close to that kill on MP. And now into Roche they go, but again, it's down for another minute. They will find a DD. Now it's time to go straight down mid, I think, if you're Immortals. No reason not to. No Sven for 50. Even if he does respawn, he's got no God Strength for 50 as well. And PPD also just buying back, so they know that buyback is down. 35 seconds with him on the sideline. So they are fighting into like Tornado Meatball kind of stuff from Invoker, but I don't think it's that big of a concern. They need a creep wave, though. It's coming in now. Febby's going to charge in, and they're going to try to make something happen here. Golem is still up for Dubu, by the way. He hasn't used it in a while. Spectral Dagger will come out. Nether Strike. There's that Golem drop down as well. Good tornado so far from CCNC, but it's zoning them out heavily. In fact, they're just going to lose that tier 3 tower right off the bat. Fred skewers in. Shockwave onto 2. Ghost Swap from CCNC will keep him alive. I don't think they have detection, but Misery's going to be the next target. They're diving at the well at this point. It's 28 minutes in. They'll finally force out the buyback from Misery. Q is going to get X marked and Ghost Ship back into the well, essentially, and he's going to get dropped because of it. But in the meantime, objectives have been accomplished. Immortals have taken down the racks. They almost get the ranged, but they'll leave it for now. Rev blinks away, avoids that Stormhammer. Now Misery trying to chase. Blink back up in 2 with Lasso ready to go, but Forev is so damn slippery at this point. Tornado coming in. Flame Break will hit Forev. Lassoed. Ice Wall drop down. They really want to make sure they get this kill. Torrent is up. He's very tanky, but still should be fine. Shadow Word. My God, he's staying alive forever, but he does finally get dropped. Dead for 73. He does have buyback if a fight breaks out. Dubu's going to be next. It looks like he's going to walk into the Sunstrike. No, not even needed, perhaps. The Shadow Word healing him up. The Firefly comes through next. An auto attack. They want Courier. I don't know if they're going to get it. Good blink for Misery. He didn't have enough vision. He drops the ward a little too late. Very close. Now they're chasing after Febby, who's charging across the map as well. But he should also be fine. And OpTic, they're going to have to try to force a buyback here. They have God Strength for Pycat here. He's going to pop it. The Glyph will come. Rev is very close to another component of this refresh roar, but he won't buy it yet as he has to save for buyback, and there it is. And they will take the tier 3 down and perhaps back up for OpTic. Pycat's going to get forced away by Misery, who will blink in turn. Febby charging in, but there's no follow-up here. They're looking for a target to hunt. Can they find anybody? They have a drum popped. Nether Strike just fogged. It was on PPD, I believe. Ice Wall even dropped 2. And for now, that's going to be it. So they take a tier 3. They force a buyback. I don't know why my game is lagging every 5 seconds. That's great. Click on something. What a classic. Anyway. Immortals will smoke. Radiant will scan. They might walk into it. Dire are going to do the same. They walked into the scan. Roche isn't up yet. Not at least for another 20 seconds, though. It's very close. But OpTic know that something is happening over at the Roche pit. They're going to have to back up. Do they have a smoke on them, or are they going to buy one? Misery does. Are they going to use it and try to get over to the Roche pit, knowing that they're over in that direction? For now, I think they're just trying to scout out. They have a Forge Spear. I think it checked Roche, and it wasn't up yet. So they know that they can't be in there. They're going to see MP now in the top lane, too. OpTic are moving out of the base together, but again, they haven't smoked yet. But they might have been spotted moving over in that direction because of this ward. This Roshan is huge. It is huge. It's not the Refresher Shard huge, but it is cheese huge at this point. Sunstrike will reveal. QO heads into the pit, and immediately OpTic start moving in that direction. How fast can Immortals take this? They're doing a lot of damage. They have double Empower. They have Solar Crest as well. Febby's going to come in here. OpTic can get here in time, though. It's a lot to fight into. Forev is going to Shadow Blade. His RP is ready. All of the ultimates should be up, and they are. Here we go. Haunt's coming in. They're looking for a target. Immediately, Roche is still alive for now. They found CCNC another strike. Good BKB. He got pressed the attack as well. Calldown's going to get dropped. Tornado comes in. MP's trying to fight this. Sunstrike Deafening Blast misses, and he's going to have to Ghost Walk away. And now MP's BKB is done. Pycat, he still has God Strength and his own BKB, and trying to finish this off his QO, and he's taking his time. Little by little, they're whittling this down, and Aegis and Cheese will go the way of Immortals. And now this is a fight that you really don't want to take if you're OpTic. Zai gonna get caught. RP onto 2 from Frev. He's got the skewer up to the high ground. Beautifully done. Pycat's forced to pop his BKB and God Strength. They've got the Torrent. Pycat man fighting. There's the Cataclysm coming in from CCNC. Will hit, I believe, onto 4, but Pycat's still in a lot of trouble. His BKB is done and he's chased down. Now the Shadow Word, and CCNC is in even more trouble. The Ghost Ship coming out. Too little, too late, perhaps. The Tornado might save him. They've got the Glimmer Cape. The Calldown coming in. They need vision. He's gonna move to the north. He jukes him completely. He's up towards his tier 2 tower. He's going to run into the creep wave, however, but they're still chasing elsewhere. They want PPD instead. They're going to find him. QO gets a killing spree. They will find the duel. Febby gets a bash off, but will not save his life, as Zai will pick up another victory. 92 duel damage. It's 3 down on the side of OpTic. With only 2 alive, CCNC is forced to use the Shrine. They're going to lose their tier 2 tower. Febby buys back. Forev is back up in 50. Charging in immediately. CCNC is going to get chased down here. Might change. They're going to look for it. The Nether Strike, but gets canceled by Tornado. Nether Strike still comes out, still hits, and CCNC forced to pop the BKB again. They need a bash. They need something. He's got the Ice Wall. He's able to run for now. They're still looking for the target. The homing missile not going to do any damage there. The last one coming in. They'll drop at least MP. That's huge. Febby diving into the well almost. Now getting Cold Snap. Misery just used that lasso. Immortals perhaps getting too hectic with their fights here. Going a bit too far in. They're going to have to back, and Febby might die back here, actually. Gonna get chased down. Press the attack. Oh, the charge. But he will burn away to Misery. The auto attack and flame break damage too much to deal with, and that's 3 dead for Immortals here. So that was a man fight and a half. And I think they just got a lot of gold out of that. 1,600 apparently, not including the Forev Magnets at the beginning of the fight. It was like a 10,000 net with a lead for Immortals. Now it's more like 5K. So perhaps a bit too much. QO continues to get more farm. Other items include, what else? Refresher for Forev pretty soon, I would assume. He's had it for a while. I think he had to buy the gem, maybe. I'm not sure. QO did end up picking the Manta style. They still have cheese, by the way, and MP didn't get used in that fight. And OpTic, I mean, they're only 1 set of racks down. I thought that fight would have turned into 2 sets of racks, but they're able to find a victory somehow. And they took a tier 3 so they can head into the shrines if they want. I don't know if they're going to try for this. It's a bit dangerous, but with PyCat pushing top lane, taking a tier 2 tower, they're kind of free to move and try to take this shrine if they want. Although Forev might walk right into them. Firefly coming out. They're going to find Forev. It looks like the Haunt comes in. Forev has his RP. It comes out. It's onto 1. Almost got 2 with that slide, but CCNC is still dead. Skewered in. He can't even get the BKB off in time. It's just too much damage. Zai has to TP out. Rocket Barrage. Homing Missile's not there in time. Good TP from him. PPD now on the run along with him. And Misery continues his movement towards back towards the well. $3.2K for the Sven working on a Daedalus. And they're looking for a fight mid. I thought PPD and Misery were going to make it out, but man, they chased hard. Misery should fall here. Rocket Barrage will do the job. QO is now dominating. He gets the auto attack to get the kill. Spectral Dagger will hit onto PPD, slowing him down, but he's fine for now. Still sitting at about 200 HP. Ticking a little bit. And they're looking for a tier 3 tower. No Misery for 56 seconds. CCNC is back up. Sven's got strength up in 10 seconds. He's trying to push the base back top. Tier 3 tower getting assaulted along with the creep wave. They're forced to TP here. It's Forev. No RP, but he's got the skewer back. He's waiting for PyCat to TP. No, he's just going to do it now. Meanwhile, they're just going to take the Rex bottom. So I don't even know. Sven will take the tier 3, but now he's getting charged by Febby. They're going to back up as soon as they get the melee racks. PyCat's about to take a melee racks of his own. He might die for this. He has BKB. He needs to be careful. Full set of racks for PyCat. Nicely done. Just like that. He gets a lot of gold for his team and a lot more room to work with. Stormhammer's going to come in. He'll BKB. He's got TP, but they have, I think, RP, Nether Strike, which means he's not going to make it out of here alive. At least he shouldn't. They blink on him. He's going to get disarmed. There's a fight happening elsewhere. Let's just assume PyCat dies. He does. Torrent coming out. Sunstrike. QO still should be fine. CCNC's going to get glimmered. I mean, even though PyCat dies there, he's got buyback. It's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, they only took 1 of these racks, and then he got that full set top lane. So, I don't know. Numbers-wise, Immortals are still ahead. Misery looking for a target. He's going to find the last one to MP. Do they have the damage? Deafening Blast. Meatball dropped down to 2. MP pops the cheese. They should have duel ready for Zai. No, it's down for 15 seconds. And PPD is going to try to get into the well. There's the buyback coming in from the Sven. The X mark's coming out. Stormhammer will hit. Debbie should be down. QO Haunt's in. They have Haunt back up, I believe, here. 1 second, in fact. Ghost Ship flying out. Debbie will get hit, but they don't have any follow-up as they're all fighting QO at the back lines. They're really just trying to push them back and take this tier 3 tower. And here comes PyCat, the God Strike. They've got the Torrent, the Stormhammer to follow up. QO pops the Manta. He's in trouble. He's going to get dropped down. They'll find the duel. MP's now in trouble. The Sunstrike will come out next. And Febby just trying to save his team, but it's too little too late. It's a double kill for CCNC. 3 dead. Immortals have to back up empty-handed in that top lane. Again, it costs that buyback for PyCat, which, I mean, they're barely hanging on right now for OpTic at this point. There's not much else they can do, but you're never out of it with a Sven when he has this much farm at this stage of the game. They've got some work to do. They actually did lose this range racks, actually, a little bit earlier. So now a full set of racks down, not to mention there's still a tier 2 tower left bottom lane, and a tier 1, which is kind of insane to think about. So if they even want to consider taking bottom lane, they have to do a lot of work to get there in the first place. Mid lane would obviously be the choice. But can they do it? They need to force out these buybacks. If you're OpTic and you can force out the... I don't think they can, but if they could force out the Spectre and the Gyro buybacks, then that would be huge. You could start kind of playing on an even playing field. But again, with 20 seconds, they're just probably going to grab Shrines instead. Maybe not even that. PBD's going to ward, but there's a Sentry already dropped down, so they're going to see it immediately. And instead, they will move for the tier 1 bottom. And Pycat's going to use God Strength. They're going to give him Alacrity. And that is a lot of damage. PBD's going to slowly whittle down this Shrine. Good luck, buddy. Nah, he's got his teammates coming in. He's fine. Pycat's got his team back home. And things are going to chill for a bit. A 3K lead. Graph is starting to look like some squiggly lines here. It's essentially Line Rider. Roshan may be up in 45. Gyro finally picks up the butterfly, which took him a little bit to get there, but understandably so. They've had a rough couple of fights. CC&C about to find an illusion. The scan will be successful. That is the real QO. But they think it's the entire enemy team, and they're running. PBD also doing the same, because he knows he could be getting run at as well. Misery is the only real safe one at this point. But as I say that, he's moving in, and so are the rest of Immortals down to this bottom lane. They're going to try to take the Shrine and then probably go for a kill on Misery. They can even go for the charge, and they will. There's the Haunt coming in from QO. He's going to BKB TP. It won't be in time. The charge hits, and Misery, he's going to get dropped. He'll lasso, but it won't do anything at this point. It's just going to give room for CNC to push top. And that'll be a free kill, essentially, for QO and Febby. Zai needs to be careful. Forev looking for an RP. Skewer back first and foremost. He'll pop the Blade Nail, press the attack coming in. He'll halberd up the Gyro. The Shadow Word, or rather the Upheaval, doing way too much in terms of slowing him down. And that's a kill with no buyback. That's Zai dead for 72 seconds, and just like that, might be enough to get them Megas out of this. Sunstrike lit onto Febby, along with the Torrent, but he's getting Shadow Worded up. And they'll have to buy back a Misery, and then you're fighting 4 versus 5 still. But they cannot afford to lose Megas here against Immortals. Stormhammer in the back lines. RP comes out. It's only under 1 for now. Deafening Blast, CC&C. Golems drop down. They're looking for something at the very least. Ghost Ship coming in. They'll defend their racks for now, but can they actually find anybody? They're all so damn fast for Immortals. It's really tough to chase them down. Febby's going to get X-marked and torrented. But where's the follow-up damage? CC&C finally pick up the Ice Wall, but Febby gets down to the low ground somehow. I think he got forced away. Here comes the Cataclysm. Almost instead of Febby, they're going to get PPD instead. One dead aside. Kunkka's going to be forced to buy back at this point, but they're still losing their racks in the top lane. And it's starting to slowly whittle down. OpTic, they don't have much left in the tank. I don't think Pycat has his God Strength. He just used it. He'll try to get QO, who's very tanky at this point with Radiance, especially on top, and Pycat's going to get dropped. He's down for 100, and that should do it. OpTic, it looks like they are done in this series. This best of 3 will go the way of Immortals after a hard-fought Game 3. Immortals coming in, strutting their stuff. Really good play. About the first, I would say, 10 to 15 minutes of this game. They were behind for a bit, then they started getting involved as 5, essentially. Rotating with the Spectre, having the Haunt, having the RP ready, and getting some good skewer backs. And Immortals are able to take a couple of fights, gain a lead, and take that lead